Come and knock on our door.
Come and knock on our door.
We've been waiting for you.
We've been waiting for you.
Where the kisses are hers and his. Three's company too. Come and dance on our floor.
Come and dance on our floor.
Take a step that is new.
Take a step that is new.
We've a lovable space that needs your face. Three's company too.
Oh shit. All right, mic check 1 2. How is it going, everybody? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It is I, Decrepit, the hooded lad in the corner of the cantina, and we are back again tonight with another amazing episode of Unlimited Tirade. I just wanted to make a quick announcement before we get the show on the road, guys. We're probably going to be starting the show at a regular time around like this every other Thursday, still doing on the schedule bi-weekly, but we will be starting the show now at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time in the U.S. Just a heads up to everybody so everybody's on the same page when we do the show moving forward. Shout out to everybody in the chat that was peeking in the stream before we started. I apologize that I didn't get a timeout to everybody. Tonight was just kind of a random start, so I hope everyone excuses me on that note. But we are here and we are live, and I hope everybody's ready for a nice show tonight. Real quick before we kick things off and I get too far ahead of myself, I got one of my co-hosts in the backstage. Let's go ahead and get him out. Say hello to everybody, of course, to Mr. Narrowdark. How you doing tonight, sir?
Hello, everyone. I'm doing pretty good. Nice to be here.
Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Glad you can make it for another one. Shout out to Captain Keeli, wherever he is tonight. I don't know if he's going to pop in, but he saw the link. He got it. So just throwing that out to everybody. Make sure you guys go and wish Captain Keeli all the best. Real quick before we I say it again, before I get too ahead of myself, we had a few people on there. Where's the stream? We're right here. Shout out to Oddball. What's up, Oddball? Good to see you. SWA was in the building. No mistake. We are here. We are here and we are live, sir. Good to see you. Oddball said, Yas. What is up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Always. Cheers. February 2099 is in the building. Evening, boys. Evening. Good to see you, February. Welcome in. And SWA said, peak tisms. Thank you very much. You know where to get your peak tism fix. It is right here. And of course, we got John Gets Gaming is in the building as well. Hello, all. What's up, John? Good to see you. Salutations. Always good to see John Gets Gaming, friend of the channel in here. Oh, obligatory where stream. Exactly, man. Exactly. Where the stream. The public demanded us. The public demanded and we beckoned the call tonight. We answered the call. But man, Narrowdark, how you feeling tonight? You feeling good? You feeling great? Feeling grand?
Yes, I got my vape. I'm ready to stream.
Nice. He's got his nicotine fix, guys. Nice. Hit it in honor of the stream. But yeah, man, I'm glad that you were able to make it tonight. There's a whole lot of bullshit going on, of course, pop culture sphere wise. You know how we get down with the tisms, with the Star Wars, and talking a little bit about DC, Marvel, maybe gonna dabble into of course some of the Game of Thrones drama with George R.R. Martin, but we're gonna get to it when we get to it. But first off, I wanted to ask you, Narrowdark, just to kind of like just be chill and just get the vibe going. Have you been playing any games lately? Any movies or shows that have been catching your eye? What have you been up to lately?
What have I been up to? I've been doing nothing. I played a little bit of New Vegas, like a little bit.
Okay, so before I'm gonna cut you off real quick. How far have you gotten in New Vegas?
Literally, like, you know when you like save the town.
Right, good. Okay, so you're right at the start of the game saving the Good Springs little town. Okay,
yeah,
right on. Okay, so you're about like 45 minutes in. No worries. But what do you think, like, when you see the game and you walk around, you see the world, the aesthetic? How does it make you feel? I know you dabbled and you said you probably tried out, what was it, Fallout 3? Like, how does comparison does that, and how do you feel about that?
I think like right away with New Vegas, there's already kind of like, I want to say like a Western aesthetic.
Yes,
mainly because like I got like this revolver, and like because I got all these DLCs with it. I got like this black outfit and like a black cowboy hat, so which is like looking like a fucking outlaw. I love it.
Oh yeah. The aesthetic is definitely they do the whole the oldies and stuff like that they play on the New Vegas radio kind of really orient around like old school oldies and old school gunfighter ballads, kind of like Marty Robbins songs, Big Iron on His Hip and what have you. But so yeah, that's definitely like the vibe that you get, like the cowboy and the western kind of. It is California and Nevada, so, and it is a dry ass desert, so of course it all fits. But that's what's up, man. I'm glad that you're dabbling into that. Do you like it a lot better than like the Fallout 3 kind of like setting? Because it's DC and Fallout 3. So, like, in comparison, do you like it better?
Yeah, and like Fallout 3, like I don't know, it was just like it didn't really grip me. I played it for like maybe a couple hours,
Right.
and I was like, yeah, maybe I'll get back to this.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Fallout.
I've played a lot of New Vegas before, so I remember it fondly.
Okay, so this is just a refresher for you. Nice. I'd love
Yeah,
to hear
pretty
that.
much.
That's what's up, mate. That's good to hear. I definitely agree with that in regards to like my favorite Fallout game in the franchise is probably New Vegas. But I was dabbling in Fallout 4 a little bit here and there. Well, I've said it before on the previous stream. Fallout 4 is the newer. I know Fallout 76 came afterwards, but Fallout 4 being like the newer game in the franchise, and it feels like fresh, a lot more of a shooter-esque mechanics friendly. You can sprint in that game, so that's a plus. I hate that's like my only gripe about New Vegas, other than like the dated graphics when you go back to play it. Definitely needs a remaster, but you can't sprint anywhere, you can't run anywhere, and then you got death claws and ghouls and what have you chasing at your back, and you can't run from them. You just got to sit there in like a nice little crisp jog, and it's really
Yeah,
annoying.
I try my best not to use console commands because I'm playing on PC, and
Right.
for some reason with Bethesda games, the console commands are all the same for every game. So like
Mhm.
you can easily add bottle like caps or money or whatever and just turn on God mode if I really wanted to, because
Yeah,
it's
if you
the
wanted to.
same commands. And I resist that just to get like a good experience. You know what I mean?
Nice, nice. That's what's up, dude. Good to hear that. Yeah, I know. Like, since we're talking about Fallout, I was saying in behind the scenes before we started the stream, I am watching the Fallout show right now. That's streaming over on Amazon Prime. Uh, I think you said that you haven't dabbled into season 2, but you did watch all of season 1.
Yeah, I've seen season 1.
Yeah, okay. And as far as like season 1 goes, like how do you like the show? Like as far as like the story and like what the aesthetic of like the environment and everything, what do you think about it?
Yeah, I thought it was all right. You know, it felt like Fallout at the very least.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing that I will say. It definitely they get the aesthetic and they get the environment right. Especially when you're down in the vault, like the scenes with Lucy and her brother and the community, everything from down to the pit boys to the vault tech suits and like the corridors and the technology and everything. It definitely looks Fallout. The only thing that I was griping about was just when I'm watching the show. I'm already in season 2. I'm caught up, and I watched the new episode last night, and the only gripe that I have to really say is like as far as the timeline goes, they're kind of all over the place, and they're kind of like picking and choosing when they want to use certain characters during their story that they're telling, and it's no story that exists in the games, but they're definitely orientating around the video games and a lot of the factions, of course. Like we still have Kaisar's Legion in the show. We still have Mr. House, but he's utilized in a different way. A lot of people are going to be surprised and intrigued on how they use him in that regard. So it's definitely interesting. My favorite character, as far as the show goes, is probably the Ghoul. His flashback scenes, I'm really annoyed with them because I just want to get the ball rolling on like what like get us up to date currently with what happened with the flashback scenes, and then get us to where we're at in the present day, and let's stop getting these flashbacks. Like it feels like a lot of filler at some point. So I definitely just have like gripes like that. But as far as it goes, man, like all in all, the show's pretty decent. I don't mind it. Lucy's a good character. Her like little happy-go-lucky attitude coming out of the vault and like the wasteland and kind of wearing her down and turning her into a different kind of person. That's definitely one of the highlights of the plots. And the storyline with Maximus from the Brotherhood of Steel is pretty decent, but I just want stuff to just get moving already. We're like already in to almost the middle of season 2 now, and I just think things should be a little further along than they are. That's just my only gripe about it. But if you guys were in the chat watching this or checking this out during the replay, let us know what you guys think about the Fallout show or the Fallout games. We would love to hear from you guys for sure. Real quick, let me get to some of the chats real quick so I don't get too ahead of myself. John Gets Gaming said it's going to be Lord of the Rings extended weekend in theaters, people. I did hear about that, dude, and unfortunately I'm not going to sit through fucking 15 hours of Lord of the Rings movies. I have other things to do during the weekend. But it sounds fun, dude. I love Lord of the Rings, love Tolkien. It's just unfortunately that's just eating up a lot of fucking time. Like I think Return of the King alone's like 5 hours or more. Or is that just me? Narrowdark, like, you've seen Lord of the Rings films, like the extended cuts. Do you think you could actually sit through all of these showings in the theater like this?
Like maybe like 10 years ago I could.
Yeah.
Like, because I like every year I used to do like a binge of the extended editions. Like once a year.
Like back to back in one sitting?
Yeah, like over the weekend or something.
Oh, really? Okay. By yourself or with siblings or friends?
Just in my room alone watching.
Nice, even better. I like it, the solo ride.
But you know what? Like, I heard Doomsday might be like 3 hours and 40 minutes.
Really?
Yeah. And like one of the reasons why I didn't go and see like the Avatar movies in the theater is because they're too long. Like, if a movie's over like 2 hours, I don't want to go and see it in the movies. Like, I'll probably wait until it gets released.
Yeah, those movies are long. I remember when I went to go see what was it, Way of Water, the second film. That one,
dude,
I had to get up during that movie. I had to get up and go to the bathroom. I couldn't do it.
Even when I watched it at home, it felt like it just like went on forever. It was good. I thought it was good, but like, Jesus Christ, like, it goes on for so long, and then it's like, oh yeah, there's this whole other climax that we have to get to. It's already been like 2 hours.
There was a portion too where you think the movie's over, and then it kicks up again, and then I'm just like, oh shit, and I'm ready to get up out of my chair, and I'm just like, oh fuck, and I start sitting back down and leaning back, and I'm like, okay, here we go. There's more. So I don't want to feel that way when I go to see movies. There needs to be that sweet spot of like, maybe if it goes like 2 hours 20 minutes, but 3 hours, we're kind of pushing it for a theater sitting. Like, you just have to start. What happened to intermissions, man? I miss intermissions, like for theater viewings. Like, they used to do that back in the day a whole lot. Not so much now. I can't remember the last time I've seen something like that.
Yeah, like I can't remember the last movie I saw in the cinema. Probably Superman, maybe, or Deadpool and Wolverine if that came out after that. But I'll probably see Avengers in the cinema anyway, even though I'm complaining about it.
Oh yeah, we'll get to some of that talk for sure. To follow up with that, John Gets Gaming said, got nachos and extra large popcorn for each showing tomorrow. Very nice. Did you get the bucket, John? Are they doing popcorn buckets for this one or no?
Do you mix the popcorn with the nachos? Like nacho cheese and popcorn? That kind of sounds
like
good.
some real fat boy shit, but that sounds fun.
What's the point of getting all that food if you can't eat it together?
Well, it's all going to mix regardless at the end of the day anyway. Let me see. I need to look now. Lord of the Rings popcorn bucket. Let me see if they... I doubt that they did it, but I just want to check. I remember when they did that animated film, bro, the War for the Rohirrim, I want to say it was, and
oh yeah, I never saw that.
They had a popcorn bucket for that one. Yeah, they did a popcorn bucket for that.
That was in the cinema?
Yeah, me and my brother went to go see it.
Huh. I thought it was on like a streaming service only.
They put it on Amazon, but it had a circuit where it was in theaters for some time. Yeah, here we go. Hold on real quick. I'm going to share this on screen just so we can look at it real quick. I'm going to get real quick, and Keeli chatted. He said, I'm down the street right now. I'll see if I can make it. No worries, Keeli. We're here, bro. Whenever you're ready, you got the link. So whenever, brother. Let's see if I can share screen. All right. I didn't even see this. I had to search it up myself just so I could see that it was actually a thing. But apparently this is the popcorn bucket for the War of the Rohirrim. I didn't even know they had this, and it's like the fucking Helm's hammer.
Nice.
I didn't even know about this. Oh, and they had a Stein. Oh, only for AMC theaters though. So none of the we have Cinemark theaters over here in the West Coast where I'm at. So I didn't even know this was a thing though. The Stein would be cool to have on the shelf, but the hammer, that's a bit much. Me personally, dude, I actually got the popcorn bucket from Wolverine and Deadpool. And I got I got the Wolverine one. I don't know if have you seen that one before?
Nah.
Okay.
I'm like so out of the loop with popcorn bucket. I know there was a Dune one, and that was the only one I knew about.
Here, let me see. Let me show you. All right. So this was it.
All right.
Like an open mouth Wolverine popcorn bucket. And the funny part is, bro, oh come on, piece of shit. So they had two of them. It was the open mouth Wolverine and then the like zombie propeller hat Deadpool one right here. So my friend got the Deadpool one and I got the Wolverine one. And the fucking funniest part, let me see if I can zoom the page in real quick. But if you guys can see, there's like a little pink tongue portion right here. As a joke, the pink tongue right here is like made of rubber and it's ribbed.
Yuck.
Hey man, they knew what the fuck they were doing when they did this, dude. Like, it was I think it's a gag because when I put my hand down like the mouth thing, when I was just like, I bought the bucket and I took it to the car and I just felt that part and I was like, what the fuck? And my buddy was like, now that's funny. So we had a nice laugh about it. You know, definitely worth my definitely worth $30 that I spent for it. But I thought that was funny, man. The popcorn bucket frenzy. I don't know how that came around and that was a thing. But I don't know. It didn't start around the Dune movie. It was before that, right? Because it was like the worms is what they made a popcorn bucket out of it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I never got one of those. But I don't. If anybody knows when they first started this whole popcorn bucket craze, you guys let me know. All right, I gotta catch up on chat. SWA said my Bluetooth audio has been fucked recently, trying to get it fixed. All right, bro. Well, hopefully you can get that taken care of pretty soon. John Gets Gaming said ghouls, they prefer the term skin challenge. It's funny because ghouls, they call regular humans smooth skins. So I always found that funny. There's actually, for all my New Vegas heads, if you guys do the I forget what the facility is called, but there's like a rocket facility that you go to, and there's a mission where you have to help out this group of ghouls that are in like this like religious cult. And this is not really spoiler shit. The game's been out for fucking years, so if you haven't played it by now, it's your problem. But there's this guy that's a member of like this cult with these ghouls, but he's a regular human, and he thinks that he's a ghoul and that he has like the fucked up skin going on, but he's just normal, and it's like a mental illness that he has, and he calls you a smooth skin, and it's really
I think I remember that.
Yeah, it's really fucking funny. It's really funny, and I was going through that mission the other day recently, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember that guy. So you can fuck with him too, and you can tell him like you know you're normal, right? And if your speech is on high and your charisma's high, then you can like you can get him to like kind of like basically sabotage the rocket and kill them all. It's kind of fucked up, but it's funny. Star Wars Forge is in the building. Hey, Forge. He said, hey, guys, it's me, that Kiwi guy, Forge. I only have played one Fallout in New Vegas. Okay, that's just fine, bro. Fallout New Vegas is great. Oddball said, Lord of the Rings Extended, only way to go. That's what I hear, man, and I agree with it, too. Oh, he was talking to SWA. John Gets Gaming said, theater is the only way to do it. These movies are the most enhanced by theaters of any movie ever, and theaters just eliminate all the outside world and make you focus. That's what it's all about, dude. I love like the honing in. You got to lock in when you go see a movie in the theaters. It's great. That used to be like the peak peak cinema was going to see the prequel trilogy films in theaters for me. And other things like, of course, like Lord of the Ring or the Hobbit films were nice to go see too. The Pirates of the Caribbean films, like there's a whole lot of blockbusters that just were amazing. I wasn't really keen on seeing dramas, like things like that had to do with like mafias and mobsters and dramas. Like I went to go see that Tom Hardy movie Legend in the theater, and then I watched it again like at home on DVD, and I was like, I could have just saw this at home, and it's kind of the
Good
same
movie
effect.
though.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It's a good movie. Yeah, I like it. I like Tom Hardy a lot. He's a great actor. Forge said, Lord of the Rings Extended is the way to watch. You have to watch them back to back with no bathroom breaks. Well, where's my waist gonna go, bro? What am I gonna do with it? Stig said, hi there, fellows. Hope you are well today. What's up, Stig? Good to see you, Stig. Friend of the channel. Good to see you, man. John Gets Gaming said, screw the Avatar movies. Hey, man, I liked the first movie and the second movie. They were cool. I've heard that I've heard the third one's kind of like a repasting of the second. So, I'll just wait till it hits streaming personally. John Gets Gaming said, watch Kill Bill, the whole bloody affair. Dude, I heard about that cut. It sounded sick. And they added like a new animation to it too. I hope they put that out on streaming, or they make like a Blu-ray copy that I can buy of that. I love the Kill Bill films. Those are great. Have you seen those? Narrowdark.
Yeah, I've got like all of Tarantino's movies on Blu-ray.
Okay. Yeah, those are great, dude. I love those fucking movies. February 2099 said, when they re-released both Kill Bills, there was an intermission. Okay. So okay, I didn't finish John's chat. He said it too. 4.5 hours of intermission. If it's good, it flies. If it's bad, it's a drag. That's true, but it's true.
Yeah, I feel like some showings of The Hateful Eight had an intermission as well.
Did it really? Because
I think because it was like in like Quentin Tarantino wanted it to be like that.
Yeah.
Like halfway through the movie, like it was like certain screenings though, and it was like a certain kind of like certain way he filmed it.
Yes.
Like a specific camera for a specific screening that would have intermissions.
I know exactly what you're talking about, but my dumbass, I smoked too much pot when I was watching those movies, so I don't exactly remember which camera or film style he used. It's the same that he used for Inglourious Bastards, if I can recall right. That was a good movie too. I liked Inglourious Bastards a lot. What's your favorite Tarantino flick though of all time, like out of his entire catalog?
God.
I know, tough question.
Reservoir Dogs.
Dude, mine too.
I really liked like that whole, especially the ending. Like everything is so good, and then the ending is like really good, I think.
I'm a cop. And it just pans away, and then you just hear the gunshot. Oh man, with the cops surrounding him. Oh, it's it was so good. Again, no spoilers. If you haven't watched it by now, it's been out for fucking 30 plus years, so go fuck yourself. SWA said, I don't know how respectful the Lord of the Ring films are to the source material. I never read the books. From what I've heard, a lot of people that read the books are kind of gripey about the movies. That's what I've heard.
Those people are snobs, because I have been reading those books, and I think...
Whoa, Narrowdark. But at the same time, I'm going to cut you off. At the same time, you're a Game of Thrones snob. So, like, come on, man.
Well, it's different because... No, it's different because those movies are actually incredible. And I wouldn't say that about all of Game of Thrones.
No, yeah, I hear you. It's a show.
Like, there's a lot of
movie,
stuff.
So
there's a lot of stuff in the books that would have been cool to see, but you didn't need it. There's like, so when Pip and Mary are with Treebeard in the second film, in the book, that chapter is like 2 hours long in the audiobook.
Right.
And it is so fucking boring. Like, we don't need this. We don't need all of this for these Ents. Like, oh yeah, we need to hear about the Ent women and how they're all dead or whatever the fuck. Like, I don't need to hear any of this. Whenever you hear any of that.
Okay.
And
All right,
I
man.
just think also you can tell that with the films, so much like care and love went into making them that it's just like those are such good movies.
Yeah.
Probably some of the best like adaptations of a book ever made.
Okay.
I will
For
say
sure.
Boromir's character is very different in the book. I think like I don't know, he seems way more evil in the movie.
You know what? I love Boromir in the animated adaptation. Like the way he looks real Viking-esque with like the horned helm and the whole outfit that he's got, like the kilt is like the kind of the leather styled cut kilt and the shield. His look in the animated film is really good. I hate the way that Aragorn looks in the animated movie, but that's in a whole nother segue. We don't have to go down that route. I'm going to take us down a rabbit hole, and there's already so much to talk about. Stig said Kevin Costner rarely makes a movie under 3 hours. How long was Man of Steel? I know Man of Steel, he wasn't like the main actor or the main character, but Man of Steel was under 3 hours. John said, oh, excuse me, not really into mixing. I eat the nachos first when the cheese is still warm, then do the popcorn. Okay, that's a way. That's definitely a way to go. Forge said, Aang, Toph, Sokka, Zuko, Katara. What are we talking about here? Avatar: The Last Airbender. Oh, sorry, I skipped his chat. Avatar: The Last Airbender is the best cartoon series. I will not let that show be trashed. No, we're talking about the movies, mate. We're not talking about the show. God no. You get your ass kicked talking about
and
Avatar: The Last
Legend of
Airbender
Korra
like that.
is good.
I haven't watched Korra.
I will not hear any Legend of Korra slander in the chat.
I haven't watched it.
It's good, guys. I got the box set with like an art book. It cost me like $100. It's not even that good.
I haven't watched it.
Yeah, it's all right.
John said Forge. I was talking. Okay, yeah. We know. James Cameron's Avatar is gay. Thank you. What's up, George Lucas? Good to see you, bro. Stig said War of the Rohirrim was utter trash based on one line of text written by Tolkien. They turned it into a feminist shit show and justified it with one line. Yeah, so like I said, me and my brother went to go see it. I wasn't gonna go into it, but it definitely was meh. My brother wanted to walk out of it, but I was like, no. We paid for tickets. Let's finish it at least.
Have you read like the idea
No.
that Tolkien had for a sequel to Lord of the Rings sequel
No, I have
series?
not. No, I have not.
I think he called it like The Last Shadow or something like that.
Oh, really?
I reckon I could take that and turn it into something good.
Was it after the fact of like Frodo going to the Undying Lands?
It was set like I think it was about Aragorn's son.
Oh, okay.
But I think he gave up on it because he thought it would have been too dark. The way he was like imagining the story, so he's like, it's not really worth it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe it's for the best because I think like I get sad when I think about the ending of Lord of the Rings and like there's like talks about in the book like what happened afterwards, like of course Aragorn goes and rules over Gondor. Merry and Pippin, like it says that they actually got to be buried alongside Aragorn, like in his burial chambers or in the Hall of the Kings or whatever the fuck. And then Gimli and Legolas actually roamed and like traveled the entire of Middle Earth together in their last years. And then Legolas like was able Legolas either. Someone could correct me in chat. I'm not a fucking like historian when it comes to Tolkien, okay? So fucking sue me. But it either goes one of two routes. Legolas and Gimli traveled together, and then Legolas denied going to the Undying Lands, or he wouldn't go unless Gimli was able to go.
I'm pretty sure he and Gimli went to the Undying Lands together at the end.
Yeah, like I just know that whatever end that they had it together, and that was really sad as fuck. And it made
you know what? Actually, a big change from the books is like
what?
Like when Frodo receives the ring, and then when Gandalf returns, there's like 30 years in between those two moments.
Really?
Yeah, like when Frodo goes on his adventure, he's like 50 years old. But I guess like hobbits they age differently than humans and they live longer.
Yeah, they do. But Bilbo also had the ring and it gave him long life, so that his life was exceptionally long.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that's necessarily a continuity error because it's like, well, if
Oh,
Frodo
I'm
is
not saying it's an error,
seen
but
as like kind of like middle-aged at 50 and Bilbo was only like 112 or
yeah,
111, it's like, well, did the ring really? Maybe he would have just been more youthful with the ring despite being old, because when he loses it, I'm pretty sure he gets
yeah,
really
he
old.
definitely like deteriorates rapidly. His
Yeah,
years
so I
catch
think
up to
like
him.
that's what he would have looked like, and maybe he would have still lived for that long anyway.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Real quick, I gotta catch up on these. John said, "Oh God, the girl boss crap. War of the Rohirrim could have been good, but alas, yeah, the animation style was sick. The visuals were cool. I have a huge Star Wars original trilogy popcorn bucket. Got art from Anne 3 on it. Anne 3. What am I missing in that Stig? Forge said, Ride of the Rohirrim was such a Yas Queen girl boss. I don't need a man female lead whammon. Yeah, that's unfortunate. People had defiled that theater toy. Oh, the Wolverine one. Yeah, ribbed for her pleasure.
Yeah.
Forge said the popcorn bucket I once got for the Hobbs and Shaw Fast and Furious spin-off film. Oh, they did one for that too? Really?
Dude,
Was it the front end of a fucking damaged, busted Charger?
it's probably like a pickup truck. Dude, on Fast and Furious though, like Hobbs and Shaw and all those movies afterwards, like I would get fucked up and then go and watch those movies. They're fucking hilarious. I love that shit.
They're awful. I stopped watching Fast
They're
and the Furious.
terrible. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Tokyo Drift
Okay.
is really fucking good.
Yes, it is.
It's like the best one. It is so good.
Okay. I don't know if I'd agree with the best.
Oh, yeah, what would you say is the best?
I think the original, the first one's pretty good. You know, I like the first one. The second one's not my favorite.
He's a cop. I love that. He's a cop. It's it's basically Point Break.
You know what? So I stopped at 5. Fast 5 was like my headcanon ending.
Is that the bank heist?
Yeah.
Not the bank heist, but they steal that guy's money with the
Brazil.
safe. That's the one with the safe, right?
Yes.
Where they drag the safe along the streets.
Yeah, behind the two fucking
challengers. Yeah, that's the first one with The Rock in it. That's really. I saw that in the cinema actually.
Yeah, so did I. But in my like headcanon for me personally, that's like the last film because
they got their payday and then
they got their payday and then there's the whole montage of everybody having their happy endings. Like I like that. That should have been the ending.
The last Paul Walker one where they at the end like they are driving on the road and then he goes off. And he goes off in another direction, and then they play like a montage of him throughout the movies. Dude, that whole movie is so silly, but at the end, it's like this is the saddest shit ever.
It was pretty sad. I did watch them, but yeah, Fast 5 is where it ended for me. Stig said the Fallout show decanonized Fallout 1 and 2 in New Vegas. Yes, it did. Thank you, Stig. By destroying lore and continuity, Disney Star Wars style, they made the show canon. Disney Star Wars achieved. Yes. Thank you, Stig. Stig knows my pain. Goddamn.
I heard that like the next Fallout game might be with the show's continuity and not the games.
Oh God, it's probably gonna happen, and I'm gonna be pissed.
I don't know how like accurate that rumor is, but if that happened, I wouldn't be surprised. God. It's Bethesda, so they probably do something like that.
Bethesda sucks so bad right now.
I like as the second.
I know
the second Elder Scrolls 6 drops. I'm buying it on everything.
I know, you fucking seal. All right.
Seal.
Sorry. So that's what Rhino calls people that clap and shill for stuff. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but anyway.
I mean, it's not going to be good. I'll still get it.
Sorry, I'll call you the Bethesda sheep. There we go. John said Demon Slayer in theaters was amazing last year. Packed house and the animation on the big screen was breathtaking. I always go to Ghibli re-releases in theaters to see hand-drawn details. So I went to go see unfortunately, I hate to admit it, but I took a female to go see Spirited Away re-released in theater, and I like Spirited Away. That's a good one. It's not the best one.
Right. Like
I think Howl's Moving Castle is my favorite one.
Yeah. That's good.
I refuse to watch Grave Fireflies again. I
Have you
refuse
seen
to watch that one.
when Marnie was there?
No.
Yeah, I think it came out like 2013 or something. But yeah, it's a Studio Ghibli movie. I thought it was really
Yeah.
good.
I refuse to watch the Fireflies one. That one made me cry, and I will never watch that one
I
again.
remember being really sad after when Marnie was there. I think Marnie was not actually there.
Yeah, yeah, I hear it.
But yeah, Howl's Moving Castle, so good.
It is. It's very good. I don't mind the third one, but I feel it was rushed. Oh, for Tokyo or for Avatar, or I don't know. I'm behind in chat. I'm sorry. Yas, what's up, Double A? Good to see you. What's up, sir? Good to see you, man. John said, yeah, they had it showing on real film in the early release with the overture and intermission. Oh, talking about Hateful Eight. Okay.
Yeah, Hateful Eight.
70 millimeter film showing, I mean. Okay, thank you, John. Yas, Queen, yas. Same circus, new management. Oh, yeah, for Star Wars, yeah, we're going to get into the topic. We're about 40 minutes in, and we haven't gotten to our topic yet. George Lucas said, not a Tarantino fan. Ooh, against the grain.
You know what?
Dare to be different, George.
Neither am I. I'm not a fan of him as a person, but unfortunately, he makes good movies.
You got to admit that motherfucker knows what he's doing behind the camera.
Yeah, he makes good movies, but he seems like an absolute...
Oh, total prick, and you have to be one too, bro.
And heads up, he lives in Israel, so...
Oh, no!
Yeah. He was talking shit about my boy Matthew Lillard.
Oh, no.
I won't stand for that.
Oh,
the goat.
Tarantino's over with the Den of Shekels. All right. Stig said the Hateful Eight is my favorite. Notice how it is based on The Thing. Oh, you better relax, bro. Isolated in the snow, people start dying. Don't know who the Thing, the traitor is. Kurt Russell included. Okay, you know what? For real quick, no one say anything. Stig, I appreciate the fucking connections you make. I really do. You know I like you. But that is a crazy comparison. The Thing.
I think.
What, Narrowdark? What the fuck are you gonna say?
Like,
what?
Based on the Thing is probably not the correct way to phrase that. It's like, oh, it's similar to the Thing because of these few reasons, these three things.
No, I hear him. I get
how
where
you
he's
come to
coming
that
from.
conclusion.
I get where he's coming from, but Jesus Christ, that's a reach. Because
I'm still waiting on unrelated. I'm still waiting on a Predator movie set in like the West, the Wild West, with like cowboys versus it's cowboys versus aliens, but the aliens are predators.
Oh, so you like all these Predator movies that are coming out, don't you?
I haven't. I've only seen that animated one that I thought was all right.
Get the fuck out of here! All right, it's clear we're
Dude,
not
samurai versus Shinobi versus Predators. That's fucking.
It's clear
sick.
that we're not going to get along tonight. All right. Double A said Narrowdark taking a shot at the readers. Oh, for the Tolkien conversation. Game of Thrones ending sucked ass, said Oddball. That it did, in my opinion. That it did. Stig said Game of Thrones season 5 to 8 completely breaks its own lore and contradicts season 1 through 4 all over the place. Lord of the Ring movies are fairly good adaptations, but superb movies.
Oh, okay. I thought you said subpar for a second. I was like, what?
Oh, no. Yeah. No, Stig's pretty smart. He's pretty smart.
It's like there's so much they could have included in season 5 to 8 from the books that they just didn't do it. They just left a bunch of stuff out. Entire characters and storylines. It's like, you clearly needed more. And by the end of season, like season 7, I think is just fucking terrible.
Agreed. Guys, we're going to get into some George R.R. Martin talk later on. That is one of our topics if we ever get to him tonight. John said Legend of Korra is good for one season, then they strangely kill her powers in season 2. Whoa, spoilers. And then just kind of do whatever for 2 more seasons. I didn't know.
Season 2 sucks. And well, one of the reasons why it's not as good as Last Airbender is because they never knew if they were gonna get another season.
Right.
So like season 1 is its own story, and so is season 2. But season 3 and 4, they knew they were going to have a season 4. So there's stuff in season 3 that carries over to the 4th season. And like season 1, 3, and 4, I think are decent. Season 4, like the end, it kind of goes overboard with like the spectacle, and I think it's a bit cringe.
Okay.
And really out there for the universe. There's a giant mech robot. And it's like, what the fuck is happening? But, you know, I thought it was all right.
I liked it, said Narrowdark. Stig said the Game of Thrones ending in season 8 is actually just sheer karma for the normie apes that cheered for the rotten writing in season 5 to 7, got the dumbed down writing they cheered for. Ooh,
Yeah.
taking shots over Stig.
Absolutely. And yeah.
And then Double A said Legends of Korra season 1 and 3 were good. I enjoyed it. Season 2 and 4 were not great. Forge said Eska and Balin's relationship, dead face. I don't know anything about that.
Legend of Korra, that's all right. It's good.
That's okay. All right.
I get it.
Is he exactly where he wants to be?
I wish I was Bolin.
Is he
Bolin
exactly
was where I wanted to be, dude.
He's exactly where he wants to be. Don't save him.
Aubrey Plaza actually. Aubrey Plaza voiced Eska.
Oh, okay. Okay. Right
and J.K. Simmons voices Aang's son in Legend of Korra.
Nice. Very nice. Stig said Jackson shot a piece of Legolas and Gimli building the ship as an epilogue. Can see the glimpse of it in the bonus material. Really? I didn't know that. Double A said Tokyo Drift is the best FNF movie. It showed more car racing culture than any of the movies of the franchise. JDM all day, N-words.
Jason Derulo.
Okay. I should have had you read that. You could have read that one.
Just say
it. Shut the fuck up. Oddball said Narrowdark is right. Tokyo Drift is perfect. Okay, a lot of Tokyo Drift stands in the chat. Nice. I respect it. Stig said, yep, Todd Howard said the next Fallout game will tie into the story of the TV show. Fuck no. Fuck no. Fallout 5 and TES 6.
The Elder
Scrolls 6 will not have a gender choice. You get the body type 1 to 2 choice.
Whatever. Who cares?
Who cares? John said Princess Mononoke I will watch with anyone anytime. Amazing film. That one's good. That one's sad too though, dude. That one's kind of sad too. Double A said my top 3 FNF movies: Tokyo Drift, first FNF, and FNF the fourth. The fourth one's like the fucking worst one.
Is that the one where Letty comes back and she's
that's like my least fucking favorite one, dude.
I saw that in the cinema.
Sorry, Double A, but fuck me. Maybe just everyone acquired taste. Everybody acquired taste. Stig said, "Big thanks to the apes that supported the Oblivion remake that introduced body type 1 and 2. Killed the franchise. Big fans. Huge."
I got it, and I got it on Steam, and the other night I was thinking about getting it on my PlayStation as well.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. John said, "My neighbor Totoro just feel good anytime. Just amazing." Right on. I watched that one too, but that one's.
We need to get some John Getz Studio Ghibli movie reviews.
There you go, John. There you go. Some more content on the channel. Some Studio Ghibli reviews. SWA said, "She gone." No, we're gonna get into topics at some point, guys. Maybe after the first hour. John said, "Your name is breathtaking. I'm hoping it gets a 10th anniversary re-release this year. It does love across space and time 100 times better than Interstellar." Interstellar, that's wild. That's fucking wild.
Your name is better than Interstellar, John Getz.
Interstellar is a fucking amazing movie, bro. That is wild.
That's the one where they switch bodies, right? Your name?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but I've only ever heard good things about these movies.
That is crazy. That's a crazy take, John. Love you, but fuck me. Stig said Tarantino made the connection, not I. Look it up.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, decrepit. Okay, you trying to talk shit,
Stig? Stig, come on, man. You know where I'm coming from. The Thing is just like
he literally said it.
That's one of the perfect movies ever made, man. He literally. I hear you guys, but like The Thing is a perfect film. Like it's up there with Alien. That's up there with like Hellraiser. Like there's just certain movies that I don't want to ever compare it to them, But that's just me. Tarantino said The Thing inspired Hateful Eight. The movie even uses the music. Okay, all right, guys, I get it. All right, guys. All right. Okay, I'm the asshole. All right, I'll own it. And then SWA with the gut punch. Did you finish watching Stargirl season 1 yet? No, I haven't. I'm sorry, SW.
Well, after the Superman video and after the Fallout video, you got to finish Stargirl and then make a Stargirl
Yeah,
video.
dude. Okay, well, the Superman video has been taking like my free time for what little bit of time I've been trying to dedicate to YouTube. So yeah, it's in the queue. I'm sorry, SWA. My bad, man. My bad. No, that's fifth. FF4 is when Letty died. Cough.
No,
So the
no.
fifth one is the worst
Let-
one.
No,
Double A said the fifth one's the worst one.
Letty comes back in the sixth one.
Oh,
She's not
okay.
back. She's not back in the fifth one where they do the bank, like they steal that guy's safe. They come back in the next one because The Rock is like working with them, and Luke Evans, I think is his name, is like the bad guy, and his brother is Jason Statham.
Yes.
You find that out later on. So yeah, that's the sixth film where Letty comes back and she's like got amnesia and she's evil or whatever.
Okay. Oddball said wild take. Oh, and his interstellar take. Yeah, that's nuts. Double A said the sixth one when Letty comes back. The fourth one is when she dies. Okay. John said, bro, look at that IMDb rating. Your Name is some trash film. What the fuck? You know what? Since when do we go and like never mind. I'm not even gonna touch that one. Forge said body type 1 and 2 because game companies don't want to offend that one non-binary SJW parrot gender retard with they them pronouns. Yeah, let's not offend the 1% versus the 99% that don't give a fuck. Stig said the Elder Scrolls characters to be a blank slate so that only the player's imagination is the limit for coming up with the person. The body type crap added an origin choice. 1 billion options reduced to 1 or 2. So you know what was it? Was it the new Dragon Age where the body customization went viral because the amount of like options that they were giving you was absurd, because they were like, you were able to have like top surgery scars, and then you were also able to like have a micro, and then a regular, and then like a gigantic sized penis. Or am I thinking of Baldur's Gate? Or like
that would have been that Dragon Age, whatever it was called, that had like awful fucking dialogue as well. Yeah, Veilguard, that's it. Yeah,
Dragon Age Veilguard. Okay.
Baldur's Gate 3 is fucking good though.
Yeah. Baldur's Gate 3 is good. I've seen video play on it. It just looks like another game that I could fucking get lost in. I don't need that in my life right now. Oddball said Decrepit's takes gave me cancer. Good.
Rip.
Good.
Rip.
I'm glad. Just kidding. Fuck cancer, but unless it's given to you, Oddball. Stick said, yes, Dragon Age 4 surgery scars in a world that has healing spells that prevent scars. Oh, you guys are fucking nuts tonight. John said, somewhere I just gave Jeremy Griggs an aneurysm by saying Nolan fumbled on a twist in one film. Oh yeah, that motherfucker really can't stand any kind of interstellar slander. The movie is fucking good, and I don't want to hear slander against it either, but if it makes him twists his tipples, then so be it. We're caught up in chat. Okay, Narrowdark, would you like to get to our first topic?
Sure.
after our first fucking hour of the show, let's go ahead and
Kennedy
get it.
is out and someone else is in, I guess.
Okay, let me get it on screen, okay? Because guys, we're finally going to talk about it. The first topic for tonight on Unlimited Tirade is Star Wars, the shakeup. Kathleen Kennedy steps down as George Lucas protege Dave Filoni and executive Lin-Wen Brennan, is that how you say her name? Lin-Wen Brennan?
Yeah,
take over Lucasfilm. So guys, it is officially announced from Disney themselves. Kathleen Kennedy, KK, the ruiner of Star Wars, is officially stepping down. Everyone clap and applause. If I had an applause button, I would be hitting
Please
it.
clap.
But I don't think this makes one fucking difference. If we're looking to the left and right of her, more so to the left than the right, because no one really gives a fuck about the chick on the right. but they had to put her next to Dave Filoni because Dave Filoni can't run this company by himself because he has no business savvy or any know-how to run
It's
a
going to
fucking
be exactly
conglomerate.
the same, where she is going to do the business stuff and he is going to handle the creative stuff. So
Yeah.
nothing's going to change.
I can't wait for the fucking crybabies to come out and saying a woman should be making decisions too, and then he's gonna be like, oh, she is making decisions, she's with me every step of the way, hand in hand we are together in this journey. I can't wait for the fucking faggotry to come out of his mouth. This shit is so fucking comical to me. Anybody that thought this was gonna mean anything at all in the fucking glimpse and the fucking making waves of what Star Wars is going to be moving forward, you are a fucking delusional clown. This is not going to change anything. This is going to be the same shit. Dave Filoni has been making creative decisions all the way back from Mandalorian season 1. Okay? Everything from there on out was what? If I want to say it right, Mandalorian season 1 was the first project after the sequel trilogy wrapped up. He's been running the show. And everything that we've been watching, everything from fucking Boba Fett to Kenobi, I know they put other names on the director's chairs for those shows, but Dave Filoni has been running the fucking show. And if you guys think that Dave Filoni is the quote-unquote savior of Star Wars, I hate to burst your fucking bubble. This queer does not know two things about anything when it comes to George Lucas Star Wars. He undermined George when it came to the Clone Wars TV series back in 2008, and he still has been undermining and shoving it up George's ass as far as theoretically goes to the vision and the creation that George put out back in 1977. This guy stinks, he sucks, and I don't like him. And I'm pretty sure not a lot of you do. Narrowdark, what do you say?
Yeah, like don't really see anything changing. Like I'm sure the fucking the people who are like, oh, maybe this will save Star Wars, Disney Star Wars, like they're probably gonna think this means that Rey movie's never gonna happen. That's still happening for sure.
Oh,
absolutely. Yeah. Like, everything they're planning on doing, they're still gonna do it.
Yeah, bro. What's that new movie that's coming out? The Starfighter with
Starfighter.
Ryan Gosling. Who do you think's spearheading that or is behind that creatively? Dave fucking Filoni's behind that, bro.
And the director for that, Sean Levy, he's only ever made like not like, you know, Deadpool and Wolverine was fine, but his movies are pretty shit.
What other movies has that guy done?
Free Guy, sorry.
Oh god.
With Ryan Reynolds, and there's that other one where he's like where Ryan Reynolds and his younger self are like teaming up and doing shit. Yeah, like I just expect Starfighter to have a bunch of cringe comedy that is not gonna land.
Yeah, this is such a fucking joke, dude. People like Star Wars Theory, Star Wars fucking normie, the tourist, the biggest tourist in the entire community, thinks that, well, I don't know if he thinks the same way, but this motherfucker was peddling it for a long time, thinking that this guy was going to be the quote-unquote savior and the direction and what it was going to take to steer Star Wars in the right direction. Star Wars is not getting any better. It is going to sink further and further down. The Mandalorian and Grogu film is going to come out, and you should know that that's not going to do a fucking thing. Star Wars has been dead. It's been dead ever since Disney fucking dried the ink on the contract with George Lucas back in 2012. There's no way that this franchise is coming back to any form of glory with Dave Filoni at the helm or anybody at the helm as long as Lucasfilm is owned by Disney. Like, get your head out of your ass. You're fucking smoking fairy dust and all the copium that you can fit in your fat fucking vein. I really can't stand it, dude. I can't hear it. I can't stand it. The people that are like saying, like, what was his name? I hate to talk shit like that, but this guy Chris Gore, he's a real big popular pop culture commentator in the sphere as far as it goes with YouTube. This guy was tweeting it out saying, finally Star Wars can stop being ruined, or he said something along that lines of like the woman who ruined Star Wars is finally leaving. Like, all these people are fucking grifting over this shit. Like, yeah, we're talking about it right here. We're gonna make a little waves because we're talking about it and it's in my fucking thumbnail when I make it, but we're not praising this. This is no stretch by any means. We are saying that this is going to make a fucking difference, dude.
Yeah. Also, Kathleen Kennedy is still going to be producing these movies. She's said that she'll be producing movies until the day she dies.
The second or third name that you see on credits in the future Star Wars projects is going to be fucking Kathleen Kennedy,
like executive producer.
Oh yeah, exactly. Her name's going to be all over this shit.
She's still gonna be involved. So if you like the new movies that come out, you're gonna have to give her credit as well.
Oh yeah, and you will give her credit, and you will like it because the Force is female. The Force is female. Let's see what these dumb fucks over at Hollywood Reporter were saying. Blah blah blah. They probably glazed this bitch too. After 14 years guiding Star Wars into the modern era through all its ups and downs, Kathleen Kennedy is stepping down as the president of Lucasfilm. Her departure from the company, which is effective this week, has long been expected, but still marks a seismic shift for one of the biggest brands in Hollywood. Wrong. No one gives a fuck. There's no fucking seismic shift. This is nuts shit. Kennedy had already spent decades producing movies such as Indiana. How dare they say Indiana Jones next to her? How dare they say that? I can't believe they said that shit. And E.T. when she joined Lucasfilm in 2012. Taking on the role of co-chair alongside Star Wars creator George Lucas, she was elevated to sole head of the company just a few months later after Disney paid $4 billion for the brand and Lucas exited. You know what? Real quick, before we keep going on this, what didn't you think? How smart of a man do you think George Lucas is, Narrowdark? How much of a smart thinker do you think George is?
Hey, look, George R. R. Martin's right there.
Well, we're gonna get to him later. Don't worry. Don't worry. We're gonna get to him.
Like, you mean just overall intelligence? I'd say
no. I'm just saying, like his cunning, his wit when it comes to navigating the space of the industry of Hollywood.
I think he already knew in some way that Hollywood is a shithole full of shit cunts, but I think he maybe just had a bit too much faith in the people he handed his work over to. Just like George R. R. Martin.
A little bit of naivety or naive.
Yeah, I think he was a little naive to think that this fucking corporation weren't gonna fuck everything up.
Yeah. So I wanted to say this real quick. I ask you that to say, wouldn't it be such a chess move to think that in the long run, I know we'll never get confirmation of it, and it'll never be put out there as like true or false or anything. No one's ever going to breathe into it any life. But wouldn't it be such a chess move if this man, George Lucas, set up this bitch to take over the fucking company, knowing that Disney probably wasn't going? I know it says that he thought they were going to honor his shit, but what if in the back of his head he was like, okay, Disney's probably not going to honor this. I'm going to take this money from them. I'm going to put this dumb bitch in charge of this company who doesn't know what the fuck she's doing, and it's going to be running to the ground, and everyone's going to look back on me as like perfect, and everyone's going to look back on him as like nothing could ever replace or be better what he did.
I think is
that reaching?
It's a little too cunning. I want to say it's a little malicious. I don't know if George would ever think like that about anything. But I think it's just a happy accident that is what happened. Like that Disney fucked everything up, and now everyone's like, what George did was incredible.
Well, maybe I would like to think that because I like to think that George Lucas is smart. But then again, the motherfucker signed away the entire company to Disney. So there is that. Real quick, it follows up on this article saying Kennedy is not departing the galaxy far away immediately. As part of her exit, she will continue on as producer. Yep, just like we said right now, on the next two Lucasfilm movies, The Mandalorian and Grogu, coming May 22nd and 2027's Star Wars Starfighter. She will pursue other projects outside of Lucasfilm as an independent producer. In her wake, Executive VP and Chief Creative Officer Dave Filoni has been promoted to oversee the creative direction of the company as President and Chief Creative Officer. Lucasfilm, President and GM of Lucasfilm Business, Lin-Wen Brennan, will handle the business side of things as co-president of Lucasfilm.
Yeah, so it's exactly what I said.
Splitting creative and the business duties in a common Disney strategy. Now, it's saying splitting creative and business duties, but we all know she's going to handle more of the business, and Dave's going to get full on more. Yeah,
that's basically the setup with the DCU, where James Gunn is like the creative side, and then there's that other guy, whatever his name is, who does like the business stuff. Even though he's like always talking about him working on these projects and shit, it's like, shut up, bitch. You know, you're not a part of this. Just file the
Yeah.
tax return and fucking shut your mouth.
Yeah, I agree. It goes on to say, Filoni and Brennan will report to Alan Bergman, co-chairman of Disney Entertainment. It has been a true privilege to spend more than a decade working alongside the extraordinary talent at Lucasfilm, Kennedy said in a statement. Their creativity and dedication have been inspiration, and I'm deeply proud of what we've accomplished together. I'm excited to continue developing films and television with both longtime collaborators and fresh voices who represent the future of storytelling. Kennedy's exit closes out one Star Wars era and launches a new one, with the elevation of Filoni and Brennan posing many questions with few answers yet revealed. One thing is certain: after a period of relative inactivity as the Kennedy succession was settled, Lucasfilm could see development go into hyperdrive under the new leadership. So now they're saying that it was stunted with her, but now that she's gone, we're going to get more content, and the movies and shows are going to get pumped out way more than before, because the hiatus has been rather dry. What was the last project that anyone gave any kind of mention or regard to? Was Acolyte. I don't even know when that Star Wars see, I don't even care about it. That fucking kids show. What was that kid show?
Skeleton
Crew. Was that after Acolyte, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are the last two things that came out in regards to like Star Wars content, and no one gave a fuck about that. You know who gave a fuck about that? The small 1% of people that were just like waving a flag with Dave Filoni's face on it, or Star Wars logo saying, "I like Star Wars. I'm happy we're getting more Star Wars." And a lot of prominent members in the so-called quote-unquote Star Wars community were putting that out there and putting that energy out there, and it was very damaging to even further bury this franchise. You can blame a lot of the people that look to the left and right about this stuff. Oh my god, I'm so fucking fueled by this. I don't want to read this whole thing, but the last thing I'll read says, Filoni was mentored by Lucas and came up through the world of animation, overseeing beloved series such as The Clone Wars, before teaming with Jon Favreau on live-action shows such as The Mandalorian and Ahsoka. Brennan joined Lucasfilm in 1999 and rose to president of Industrial Light and Magic before assuming her current role in 2015, overseeing all of business for the company. Now, you know what, dude? I know it's fucking beating a fucking dead horse, but the whole Filoni was mentored by Lucas. Like, what do you think when you see that and when you hear that? The whole mentorship that he underwent under Lucas.
It is like is Keeli in the studio?
Oh fuck. Hold on. Keeli, you bastard.
I've been waiting here for like 5 minutes, you asshole.
You got a Narrowdark said nothing and he saw you in there. Asshole. What's up, Keeli?
I just noticed.
He just noticed, he says. How's it going, mate? How are you tonight? You enjoying the show so far?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was just down the street buying some groceries and shit, and then I was like, oh, fuck, we have one of these again?
Yeah, one of these regular little therapy sessions where we sit here and read chats and rant about our fucking favorite things and least favorite things. Oh yeah, but yeah, you already know what we're talking about right now. How do you feel about this whole thing?
Oh, look, guys, just wake me up when it's all gone. When something actually happens, you know?
When actually something that's worth fucking giving a fuck about happens.
Yeah, I just don't care. I'm done.
I figured. Yeah. Oh man. Where was I at real quick? I think we were talking about Filoni being the or mentored by George. Like, I know that it's put out there. The media really likes to say it and repeat it a whole lot. And of course, a lot of prominent Star Wars YouTubers have said it throughout the course. But how deep really was Filoni underneath? Oh, that sounds gay as fuck. But how deep, how like intense was like George Lucas training, quote unquote, training Filoni?
It's like Filoni and his cronies like started that idea that he was his apprentice,
right?
And then Disney just took that and ran with it, basically.
Did they just start putting the camera in his face a little bit more here and there, and then that's how like the aura started to build, was just because of that?
Pretty much.
From what I can
That's
tell, he kind of just like spoke to George a couple times, and George was like, "Hey, don't do this or do this or whatever." And Filoni was just like, "Okay," and then he would just go behind his back and not give a fuck about that anyway. So great mentorship,
Yeah,
Uh,
quote unquote, yeah, air quotes mentorship. I definitely think that that's how it gets built up, bro. Like we know in the world of Hollywood, like one little like story gets told or one little like conversation happens, and then it snowball effects into something big to where we hear like, oh, Will Ferrell told Robin Williams like you are my inspiration, and then it rolls down the hill to where it's like, oh, Will Ferrell was basically mentored by Robin Williams, and you should see that in his comedy antics and his recent movies. Like, I don't know. That's a weird analogy to go off of, but I'm just saying like that's definitely how things can get carried away in this industry for sure. We don't want to say it when regards to George because George hated Hollywood. He hated the industry as a whole, but he had to work with it and be around it. And I think Filoni was a product of industry and was definitely put next to and in front of George. Like I don't think it was natural by any means. I think it was artificial in my opinion. But I could be wrong. What the fuck do I know, right? Real quick, it now has 2 films on the way, Mandalorian and Grogu arriving May 22nd, and Sean Levy's Star Wars Starfighter dated for May 28, 2027. While the movie side of Star Wars faltered after Rise of Skywalker, Kennedy's decision to bring in Favreau to create and launch the first live-action Star Wars TV series proved to be a win beyond anyone's expectation. The Mandalorian shot Baby Yoda into popular culture, and initial seasons not only restored Star Wars' golden stature, but also became the flagship show for Disney Plus when it launched in late 2019. The series that followed, however, had mixed results, with the 2024 show, The Acolyte, being outright rejected by a certain faction of the sometimes intemperate fan base. Jesus Christ. There it is. Okay. The biased fucking journalism that they put out there. The Hollywood Reporter. The certain faction of some. You guys hear that in the chat? This is what they call you. The certain faction of sometimes intemperate fan base, guys. How do you guys feel about that? You guys like that? You guys like being told what you are? I know I do. That's fucking hilarious. Jesus fucking almighty. Let me get out of here. Lucasfilm in recent years also undertook reviving Ron Howard's Willow series. Yeah, that fucking tanked. And in the 5th and final Indiana Jones movie, but neither found the hoped-for audience. The hoped-for audience. You guys hear all these fucking buzzwords and you guys hear all these hype words that are being thrown around? Guy, Keely, are you sad that you're not the hoped-for audience for the future Lucasfilm projects?
I haven't been the audience for like how long now?
I don't think you probably haven't been the audience alongside of me probably since fucking 2009, 2008.
Sort of remember seeing The Force Awakens in cinemas. That was a while ago now. It's been like fucking 10 years.
Yeah, 2015, mate. Yeah, for sure.
God. So long ago. Just come out of the cinema like, oh, that was horrible.
Yeah, it was bad. I think that's all we can get out of this article because they're just fucking now. After those little talking points and their little the way they're wording their vocabulary in this article, that's pretty much they're just glazing her after this. Kathleen Kennedy has been a tremendous force in the industry for 50 years. It's been our privilege to have her here at Disney, leading Lucasfilm for nearly 14 of them. The journey to reawaken the force won't be straightforward. The franchise has always struggled to appease those nostalgic for the classic stories and characters. Wow. A fan base with strict ideas on what Star Wars means, and those who believe that evolving is the only way the brand doesn't get stuck in amber. What the fuck? Who the fuck words this kind of shit like this? You guys reading this? You guys seeing this just how I am? Not just the co-host, but you guys in the chat, you guys are reading this, right? You guys are hearing this the way they're saying. This is fucking nuts, dude. I'm done with this. I'm stop sharing this. Yeah. Kathleen Kennedy's leaving. Boo fucking who? Who cares? Don't let the door hit you on the way out, you fucking dumb bitch. Oh my god. Real quick, I got to catch up on chat because everybody was going nuts. God damn it, fucking pop-ups. Sorry guys, sorry if I was tirading in your ear, but that's what this all is. Forge said, the Force is female. K, define female. What is a woman? Oh, don't get us started. Stig said, I got doxxed by an anti-Disney channel for not cheering for The Mandalorian. Got blacklisted, cussed out, and whatnot by tons of other anti-Disney channels. They seem quiet now. Star Wars isn't saved? Nope. No, it is not. No, it is not. SWA said Disney Star Wars is dead. Real Star Wars is alive. Chris Score is a massive flip flopper. Yeah. I don't put no merit into that guy's fucking words at all. Personally, Double A said Coach Chris Score and the Disney apologists will forgive them and give them another opportunity to watch good stories. Yeah, dude, I'm not really keen and ready on all the videos and live streams now that are going to come out from people like Critical Drinker and Nerdrotic and all, like how you just said right now in your comment, Double A, all those like top guys that are going to be saying like, finally maybe we can get on track. Like no, dude, it's the damage has been done. The damage has been done, and the initial damage is called the sequel trilogy. And those 3 movies alone, you can't come back from that, not unless you decanonize them and fucking wipe the slate clean and go back to basics, starting after Return of the Jedi. It's possible it's going to flop harder than the fake Han Solo movie. Yeesh. I hope so. One can only hope. Double A said George did mention that he did not like nor approve how Disney handled his franchise. Yeah, that's like how Narrowdark was saying. I know. I was just saying like it was wishful thinking, you know. Yeah, 2 on the nose, decrepit. I hear you. February said, you guys don't need to read every comment. If he derails the show, we won't take it a certain way. I know. I just feel bad sometimes. I know. I try to catch some of your guys' things because some of you guys are making good points, but I'll go more towards the recent ones. The more content they mean is that they're going to make more EU lore breaking and shitting the EU references to boost the Disney fake canon. You know, speaking of that, dude, I was just I posted in my Discord to the community that I got going over there. I post audiobooks every week for somebody to check out something in case they haven't read certain EU things. But I've been listening to the Dark Forces novellas. I finished listening to them today. It was about like a 5.5 hour listen. I was at the job site going through it in the headphones, and man, dude, the amount of things alone that were taken from the Dark Forces storyline. Like, did you guys know that from the Dark Forces Part 1 that just alone the whole idea of like the Death Troopers, like the robot droid Death Troopers that we see in Mandalorian Season 2, do you guys know that was taken from Dark Forces?
Yeah, I knew it was like an EU thing.
Yeah, they took that shit straight from Dark Forces. Keely, did you know that?
Yeah, I was aware of that. With just the big like robot things like punch the door in that one scene. Like it's meant to be tense or whatever, but it's kind of just sad.
Yeah, with like the fucking futuristic Star Wars
Skrillex.
Yeah, Skrillex. Excuse me, sorry about that. But yeah, the whole like fucking robotic rave music that was going on. Ahsoka 2023, Acolyte 2024, Skeleton Crew 2025, all fake Disney Star Wars propaganda. That is true. Stig said, found an article from before TCW aired, right before. Lucasfilm said TCW would not supersede the EU, was never intended to be canon. Normies and Filoni whined and made it so later. Yep, that's what he does. That is what he does. Double A said, I cannot wait for a fake guy that loves fake Star Wars is going to be hilariously triggered and mad when the income is not going to make $1 billion like his stupid ass prediction. I'm a prey. I hope that's the case. Double A. Star Wars Forge said Dave Filoni was mentored by George Lucas, but he betrayed him. Yeah, just alone, dude. Just alone that one little snippet of story or a little like snippet of a thing that was said where Filoni hid something from George and showed it to him, and then left something out, and then after George okayed it, then Filoni went back and put in the thing that he knew George was going to push back on, and then aired it anyway. Just from that little thing alone tells me all I need to know about the character of this snake ass motherfucker with that parades around in a cowboy hat. That's all I needed to know, dude. That and his little fucking podium talk about his infatuation with feminism in Star Wars and leading female roles. The guy is such a cocksucker. I can't stand it. Lucas even said on camera that he had no person he was mentoring. Where was that? Where's that source, Stig? Yeah, link, send me that. I would love to know. I gotta scroll down, guys. I don't want to fucking. I'm getting too ahead of myself. And before the woke SJW pussies go through the "you hate gay people" route, I will say I am gay, and they don't speak for me, so they can go fuck off. All right, right on, Forge. Way to be honest and real about it. Racist, bigot, phobic, derp clowns. Right on. Stig said, I have the Dark Forces novellas and the Ord Mantell novella on audio on my channel. So, Stig, do you have the novellas? Like, what format are they in? Do you have it in, like, the book form, the tapes, or, like, what's the format that you physically have those in? Let me know. I want to know because I'm hunting them down, and I need to know exactly what I'm looking for. Forge said, the Disney Star Wars lore is already broken. They can't keep their own continuity accurate. What clowns? That is true. That is true. Stig said, yeah, the Dark Troopers got ripped off from Dark Forces. Filoni dumbed them down, too. They also punch weaker than Carano, even though they bend doors with punched. Solid writing. Star Wars Scran has a video of Lucas saying the no mentor thing. Okay, got you. I can give you a link where you can download most of it. Oh, the MP3 format? Right on, brother. Right on. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys bearing with me on this one because we already know this. We've said it before. I've talked with my co-hosts here, these fine gentlemen. We've discussed it time and time again. Dave Filoni is no true savior. This guy is going to undermine George Lucas Star Wars, and he's making Dave Filoni Star Wars. That's what he's doing. It's not even really, I don't even want to call it Star Wars, but Dave Filoni's making what he thinks Star Wars should be. All centering around the most important character that he's ever had, which is Ahsoka.
Stig, are you in Decrepit's Discord?
Stig doesn't go on Discords. He's only on.
When you get those
X.
links to Decrepit, he can get them.
I'll forward them to you.
That sounds like a good idea, dude. But
yeah,
I know
I got you.
Where I read comics, they actually do have the Dark Forces novellas as well on there.
No, yeah, the Dark Forces audio drama or the audio novellas. It's so good, dude. So fucking good. Yeah, and puts stories like Rogue One and Andor to shame. Kyle Katarn here. I'm sorry, I had to do it. I had to.
Kyle Katarn? Okay.
Yeah. Man. Keeli, I know we kind of just like shoved you in here when we were mid-topic, but how you been doing, man? You've been doing all right? You've been doing good?
Yeah, I've just been moving around, moving different things because I moved house, which was that was good.
Oh, did you now?
Yeah.
Yeah, made good on that, all right?
And shit.
Went smoothly?
Yeah.
For the most part.
It's been all right, It's just, there's a lot of family stuff as well. There's a lot of dead people. A lot of people just died. Old family members and shit.
Sorry to hear that, mate.
Yeah. I barely knew any of them, but it just sucks because your parents and all that, they're close to these people, and like I hardly know who these people are, and I've just been going to funeral after funeral, so yeah, it's not fun.
Yeah,
that just happens,
Yeah, I feel that. I went to I had a funeral back like before I got sick, around middle between Christmas and New Year's. There was a funeral that was going on in my neck of the woods, and then just today, one of my good friends, his father's best friend passed. So That was something. And then like he was talking about, it always comes in threes. I don't know if you ever heard that old tale, the wise tale of like when death happens, it comes in threes. So everyone anticipates and worries about if someone else is going to kick the bucket. So, but I hear it. That's always a tough thing to go through. But on a lighter note, positive note, video games or TV shows or movies, anything that you've been dabbling in that has been taking your mind off of things, anything that you want to report that you've been enjoying lately?
I watched a whole bunch of movies. I watched Wolf of Wall Street. I watched American Psycho. Watched the original Hellraiser. A whole bunch of just random movies.
Are you big into horror like that?
Oh, like I don't mind horror. The Thing is my favorite horror movie, and probably in my top 5 films of all time. Honestly, The Thing, the original. I did watch the fucking reboot, the one from 20-something, 2011.
I think it's like
maybe?
2011, 2010.
Yeah. That one's not great, but you know, they did try and like make it close to the films. I appreciate that, I guess. But yeah, I've been watching a whole bunch of random shit like that.
No, was it your first viewing of Hellraiser?
Yes, it was my first viewing of Hellraiser.
Really?
Yeah.
You liked it?
Yeah, I thought it was quite solid. I don't know how bad the other ones get, because I know they get bad, but you know.
In my opinion, you watch 1 and 2, and that's all you really need. Some cats might, some folks in the chat might disagree with me, but 1 and 2, and you're good when it comes to Hellraiser. Yeah, but when it comes to franchises like Friday the 13th, like you could just keep watching those. They get hokey and kooky, just like how the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise goes on. But yeah, when it comes to Hellraiser, tight knit 1 and 2. The book's really good. Clive Barker is a genius, in my opinion. I like that a lot. And you were saying The Thing as well. John Carpenter's The Thing. That one's
John
really
Carpenter's.
good.
Yeah, I just love that movie.
Yeah. Aside from like Star Wars books, do you ever dabble in audiobooks from other types of genres like that, or no?
Not audiobooks, but I'll occasionally read stuff I find at the library that vaguely interests me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Narrowdark. What? I don't know if you're into it, but I have a link for the Exorcist audiobook. I don't know if I ever mentioned that to you guys, but that one.
Yeah, that in Hellraiser. I didn't know Hellraiser was a book, so I might check the audiobook out if I can get it.
Yeah,
on
there's
Audible.
the Hellraiser has a different title in book form, if I want to say, if I remember correctly. It's a different name to it, but yeah, the book's amazing. But the Exorcist audiobook, dude, it's originally read by the author William Peter Blatty.
Nice.
And dude, that guy is like chilling, blood curdling
So
narration.
some recommendations for horror novels I got. Have you've probably seen the I Am Legend Will Smith movie?
Yeah.
That novel, it's like kind of short, but that like the audiobook especially is like really good, and it's really different from the movie because it's about vampires. Really fucking good. And also I've been listening to the audiobook for Fever Dream, which is a vampire novel set in the Mississippi by George R. R. Martin. Really good. Really good as well. And you can actually there's a graphic novel version of it as well. So
yeah, there's quite a few properties that he like converted over into making comics / graphic novels about.
There are some of the Game of Thrones books, and also there's a werewolf novel that's a graphic novel called The Skin Trade.
Oh, okay.
And I think the concept of that is like you can skin a werewolf, like you can peel their skin off with a blade or whatever, and then wear it, and then you kind of like get their powers.
Really?
That's what I've heard anyway. Like, so there are werewolves, but there are people who like steal their power by skinning them and wearing their skin.
Jesus, that sounds intense.
And that, I think, just to segue quickly to Game of Thrones, is the Boltons skin people, and it was like rumored that they used to skin the Starks and wear their skins as cloaks. And if the Starks are like skin changers and wargs who like control wolves, it could be like a similar thing where they don't have those powers, but if you wear their skin, you'll get those powers. So that's kind of a cool idea.
That's pretty interesting. I actually like that. That sounds cool to me for sure. Real quick, hold on. I was just see in chat real quick. Forge said another example is the events of Order 66 depiction in the Bad Batch versus the Kanan Jarrus comics. Well, you know, go ahead, Narrowdark.
Someone in my comments asked me if I could check out. I think it was like a Kanan Jarrus like comic about him. So yeah, I think I wouldn't be surprised because for some reason Disney just don't give a fuck about continuity between like their shows and movies and the comics or novels. Like they don't give a shit. So I wouldn't be surprised unless it's the Bad Batch comic. That would be even worse, where like these comics don't even fucking Jesus.
No, yeah, I'm following you. I'm hearing you.
Yeah, it's just like it's all fucked.
February 2099 said Star Wars Theory was exposed for making up George Lucas quotes. Really? The video is from the channel. I find your lack of chill disturbing. Okay. Exposed for making up George Lucas quotes. I wouldn't be surprised, dude. When you got Nick Gillard next to you and Roger Christian next to you holding your sabers and stuff for your website, yeah, a lot of people will think that everything that you say is the truth, but history will show us that is not always the case. Oddball said, I agree, Exorcist book is top tier. And then Forge said, the Exorcist book was cool. It gave me chills. I couldn't sleep the night I started it. Oh, wow. Yeah, so we got some Exorcist fans in the building. I fuck with Fever Dream so hard. A lot of George's attention is going towards getting the movie off the ground.
Dude, if it becomes a movie, I will be so fucking ready for that. Like
Really?
I was thinking about that. Like it would be such a good movie.
Man, I don't know anything about it. I gotta read that one. I'll give that one a shot. That one sounds sick, but I think I think George R.R. Martin definitely has more on his plate that he probably should be worried about, in my opinion. But you know, we'll discuss that in a bit. Forge said real quick, what's everyone's favorite EU era? Fuck, dude. There's a lot going on, and I haven't read every single thing in the expanded universe. But for right now, my favorite era is like post Empire, like post Empire timeline. Like after we're talking like after Truce of Bakura, Heir to the Empire, Dark Forces time or Dark Forces Jedi Knight timeline. Like Kyle Katarn stuff. Like I like post Empire, Shattered Empire era. That's my favorite right now.
Yeah, I like all that stuff around like after Return of the Jedi. But also anything involving the Empire, I think. But the Empire like closer to the original trilogy.
Yeah.
I like that time period.
No, it's
that era.
It's an excellent time frame. I like it a lot too. Like peak Empire, like when man, when they start fucking going over to planets and start enslaving different alien races to like help build the Death Star. Yeah, the Empire where it was out here fucking getting everyone was getting wrecked and clapped by the Empire. It was nuts. Keely, what about you, bro? What's your favorite
I quite like
EU
the
era?
Dark Times era.
Yeah,
Dark Times, like sort of post Revenge of the Sith. I think that's generally solid. Like the comics, I was quite a big fan of who's the dude that looks like fucking the guy from Lord of the Rings, the archer dude.
Legolas.
Yeah, the guy that looks like him. I think it's Das Junior or something like that. Yeah, that guy, Das Junior or something like that. He's like kind of looks like Legolas.
Particular comic or something.
Oh yeah, he's a Jedi Master.
Yeah, he's like a Jedi, and he's like sort of. He was in like a forest or whatever with these little dudes or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Invading the Empire, whatever. I thought that was pretty neat.
Nice.
I don't know. There's something about that era just feels quite.
Oh yeah, like the Dark Times comics.
Yeah, the Dark Times comics. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, dude. What was it? I asked about it if somebody knew, but Scran shout out to Star Wars Scran. Scran actually put me onto it. There's a Star Wars comic that, hold on, let me find it real quick. Oh, fuck me. Hold on. Let me open Discord and see, because Scran sent it to me and I want to be correct. That way I don't lead anybody astray. Oh, okay. I found it. All right. So this is what I'm going to get into coming up. I'm going to be reading this storyline. Come on, you son of a bitch. I'll share a screen real quick with you guys. Hey guys, shout out to all of you guys in the chat tonight, man. I appreciate everybody being so heavy on the participation and the conversation. It really means a lot for you guys. Be sure to hit like on the stream, okay? Thank you guys. Appreciate you. All right, so this is what I'm going to dabble in next. It's basically a 12-part series. This is like the graphic novel cover, but what I'm going to go into next is Star Wars Outlander, the Outlander storyline, and it's basically like 12 issues during the Clone Wars like Republic era, and it has to orient around the early days and origin of Sherrod Het, the Tusken Raider Jedi Padawan, and like his origin story. His father, Sherrod Het, so like there's an A in front of the father's name, and then the regular kid is named just Sherrod, but it goes around that storyline. And for those that don't know, Sherrod Het later on becomes Darth Krayt in Star Wars Legacy, down the timeline during the era of Cade Skywalker and like the new Empire. So Narrowdark knows a lot about that era. So this is what I'm going to be dabbling into. Narrowdark, you should get into this too, bro, and maybe do a video on it. What do you think?
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah, this definitely has to go. It goes into the early stories about him. There's also like pieces in it too. I'm pretty sure I've said it on stream before, where Anakin Skywalker and the character of Sherrod actually have like the conversation about why Anakin fucking hates Tusken Raiders so damn much, and it's just kind of like it's a really awkward conversation. And if I'm not mistaken, I can't remember or not, but I think that's when Sherrod like takes off his bandages and like demasks himself from like his traditional garb and bandages of the Tusken Raider fashion. So I could be wrong. Somebody can correct me, but if I'm not mistaken, that's when I think he like exposes himself. And what if I remember correctly, Sherrod actually like they have like tattoos all over their faces and stuff. So like underneath the bandages, they're like heavily tattooed. The men are, at least. So that's where I'm going to be leaning for my next read, after, because I've just finished Dark Forces, so I'm kind of all over the place, and this is where I was kind of leaning toward it. So shout out to Star Wars Scran. I'm gonna be dabbling into this one next on his after he regaled to me the storyline. So that's gonna be next for me. All right. How we feeling, guys? Everyone's feeling good. Everyone's feeling great. Hour and a half in. We were going heavy. We've been going heavy. Let's keep going that way. Speaking of heavy, Narrowdark. Let's talk about your main man.
Big dog, George R. R. Martin. Yeah, I read that article that he
Look at that mug.
George R. R. Muggin. I read the article. There's not really anything worth talking about. I think the only interesting stuff is that he's got 1,100 manuscript pages of wins completed. I think he's had that number for a while, though. And the more interesting thing is how much beef he has with the showrunner for House of the Dragon.
Yeah. So
I love that shit.
So I went ahead.
Fuck him.
So, dude, the Hollywood Reporter put this out. Another great article by Hollywood Reporter, mind you guys. They put out this one titled "Heavy is the Crown: George R.R. Martin on his triumphs and torments." So
he actually talks about he kind of reminds me of George Lucas in a way, the way George R.R. Martin talks about producers. He does not like Hollywood producers. If you just scroll to the bottom, like right at the bottom, it says like that's the only interesting stuff. Like, yeah, just keep going, and it should be like just at the bottom, decrepit. Just go to the bottom. There's nothing. I read the whole article. We don't need to talk about any of this stuff.
Well, okay.
There, that like last paragraph above there. Just go up a little bit. Yeah, like God damn it. Yeah, like this stuff right here. He says, like, I was going to kill more people, not the ones they killed in the show. They made it more of a happy ending. I don't see a happy ending for Tyrion. His whole arc has been tragic from the first. I was going to have Sansa die, but she's been so appealing in the show. Maybe I'll let her live.
Okay.
But basically, I see Wins being finished within the next few years, and but I think the more interesting stuff is his beef with the House of the Dragon showrunner, because they don't give a fuck about his input at all, and they apparently, according to Martin, he said, I don't think he has an ego. I mean, according to Oddball, like, it's his work, you know. And when people don't listen to his input and then they fuck his work up, I think he has a right to talk shit about them.
So this is what I hear too. There's a lot of people, like longtime fans, right? And I was listening to a live stream earlier today. I brought this up so you can you're mainly the one I wanted to talk about this more, of course, because your knowledge surpasses mine in this regard. But I was watching Ryan Kinnell talk about this earlier today.
Ryan Kinnell's a fuckhead.
Ryan Kinnell's a fan of this, though. He owns the books and he read the books, and he's very frustrated with Martin, like, as a writer, and he calls him procrastinator and a lazy fuck, and saying,
that's just that's fake fan talk. You know, that's fucking bullshit. And Ryan Kinnell can suck my fucking dick.
But he sounds like he actually is a fucking fan, bro. So
he's a faggot, is what he is.
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna co-sign it, but anyway,
a bunch of Disney shills own the original trilogy, but are they real fans? No. Owning the books doesn't make you a real fan. But anyway.
I'm not sitting here caping for somebody as saying that they're a super fan or not, but I will say, if somebody read all of this, like how, like, if I read all of the Star Wars books and I'm not pleased with the direction, I know the author didn't authorize it, but the shows go in a direction that the books don't, that would really rub me the wrong way, personally.
Yeah, well, what do you mean? Like, the show, like, do you think the book should mirror the show's ending?
I'm not saying that per se, but the book had no ending, so you can't. So to wrap up the show when there was no ending to the book,
here's the thing. Like, if you, first of all, the showrunners for Game of Thrones, they said, like, themes of a story are for eighth grade book reports. Like, that's what they think of themes, and like that's what makes stories. Every story has a theme, like themes and shit, and it's like, clearly you don't know what the story is or what George R.R. Martin is trying to say with the story, and you can read the 5 books and then come to logical conclusions about where the story goes. And the showrunners for Game of Thrones just didn't do that. I think it was Stig who said, like, they just wrote it for, like, fucking mouth-breathing normies. You know, by the end, it was just for retards, you know?
Well, I hear you, man, but I
Like,
I
and
just
I just say, like,
I'm trying to resonate with the frustration because I haven't read the
fuck,
books, but I
fuck,
could understand
fuck
the
Ryan
frustration.
Kendall and what he thinks. Okay.
Motherfucker, I'm talking about other people, not just him
Okay.
that read the
Okay.
books.
Okay.
There's a lot of people like take your personal vendetta out of it. I'm saying that there's a lot of motherfuckers that read the books besides him, besides you, that are very frustrated with the fact that he's taking what is it, 15 years to write the last fucking wrap up of this story, and he's already like dipping his hands into other books and other TV shows. The guy sounds like he doesn't really want to wrap it up because he doesn't want anyone else to do it for him, and he wants to die on this like high note where,
yeah, that's
like,
bullshit. That's not an act. Like, that's just not what it is, you know. And I think if you actually read the books, like, there's so much going on and there are so many characters that it would make sense that it would be hard to figure out everything. But
Yeah.
you know, obviously, I think one of the main things he puts it on is like he gets distracted with all these HBO shows because they all want his input. That's what
For
he
sure.
says anyway.
And you have some merit in there that the HBO showrunners are fucking him over and not listening to him. That I'll give you that.
Yeah, like after season 3 of Game of Thrones, he didn't have any input on the story. And apparently, according to George, Ryan Condal, the showrunner of House of the Dragons, told him, like, this is not your story anymore, so I don't want your input. That's basically what the showrunner said. But
Okay,
according
that's kind of fucked up.
To George, the showrunner for A Night of the Seven Kingdoms is like, he like wants George to like have input on everything, and he's not going to like do anything that George says like wouldn't work or isn't part of the story. And like, from what I've heard, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms is like 98% accurate of an adaptation.
Right on. I hear you, dude. Look, I'm not trying. Look, I'm just a normie, definitely a normie in this field. It's just when, like, on the outside looking in, with all this time that he's been given, like, and the guy, there was that clip that went viral of him at that convention where the fans said, would he consider letting someone else finish it because he is 77 years old and he's not going to live forever?
Yeah, that
the
fan
guy
is a fucking cunt.
Okay, well, it's rude, yes, but it's also there's some truth in that. The guy's not going to live forever, and he has so many irons in the fire.
I think I've said this before. Like, I want Wins to come out, but if it never comes out, what George has already done is still better than the majority of fantasy work. It's like some of the most influential shit ever, and I'm content with the story that's already been written.
That's fair.
And I think like a lot of people feel super entitled. And it's like, get over yourself, you know? Like, what are you fucking doing? You sound like dickheads.
Well, it's just a lot of people are invested in the world that he created, and they want some kind of resolution to it, man. So
yeah, I know, I
hear
but
it.
Like,
but
here's the thing. Like,
I'm not gonna cut you off, not to cut you off, but
okay.
it's like the and there is entitlement where these fans, they feel like it becomes theirs because they're so ingrained and they're so absorbed into this world that yes, they do feel like a sense of like, oh, it's owed to them. You know, that I won't knock you that is true.
And like, look, I feel
happen.
like they on some level have a right to feel like that because you're invested in a story for so long.
Yeah,
I understand.
Because I feel that way about Star Wars. I feel like I'm so invested in Star Wars that it was owed to me to see certain things be done by Disney, but they didn't fucking do it. And that's that's the conversation day as old as time that we've had about it. But I'm just saying, like, that's where I can relate to it.
The way I see it is, a real fan would understand that anyone else writing the story wouldn't be able to do it as good as George would. So if he died and the story wasn't get completed, I wouldn't want someone else to come and write it. Then it wouldn't really be the story. It would be fan fiction.
Yeah, it would be fan fiction. Yes, yeah, you're right. I don't agree with that fan saying that someone should come in and write it, but the clock is ticking on this gentleman.
I would say like if George wrote like a really detailed outline and then got a team of writers to work with him to complete it, I would be fine with that. But someone independent of George finishing the story, fuck that. There's 5 books. And so basically, the last book has the same amount of manuscript pages as he has for Wins. So he's already got a novel's worth, over a novel's worth, well over a
like
novel's
the
worth.
1,000 pages, like you said. Yeah.
Yeah, like you could easily just rewrite a couple of those chapters and make it an ending of a book, and then just like what he did was, like, I think it was the 3rd book he wrote, and then some of those chapters were in the next book that were originally for that 3rd one, because he writes so much.
Yes.
And but anyway, I think within the next few years we'll probably get it, and there's still supposed to be another book after that. We'll never get that book. we'll
so
get Wins.
if
A Dream of
you
Spring,
get Wins,
we'll never
for
get.
sure. Yeah, okay. I hear that. All right. I wasn't trying to press your buttons. I just know you.
Yeah, I know. I got
know
hated.
you're real.
Sorry about that.
No,
But
don't
I will bring
apologize
up,
at all.
you're in A Dance with Dragons, the 5th book. There was like a pretty decent amount of time between Feast and Dance, and one of the main problems was something he called the Milanese knot. So it was all these POV characters converging on Daenerys's story, and like trying to write all of these POVs and make it line up in the timeline and make it work. It was really hard for him to do that, and that's why it took so long. And given that Wins, like in the show, eventually a lot of these main characters start meeting each other and like talking to each other.
Right.
So a lot of these POV characters would have to, like, you'd have the same problem, but even worse, because you've got so much more material to write. And also, he's said that he's not adding any new POVs for Wins. And what he used to do when he got stuck is he'll add a POV. So like that's why you get, like, in Feast, in Dance, all these new character POVs to get the story forward, because he couldn't really do it the way he intended with the original POVs he had.
Yeah.
But he's not doing that now, so yeah. But
there was also talks of him doing like a Jon Snow like sequel story.
I think that was the HBO show and Kit Harington's agent probably being like, we need to get this guy some more work. Can we get a Jon Snow TV show?
Yeah. You would know better than me, man. For everybody in the chat too, guys that was listening to us.
Sorry, I got a little triggered.
It's okay. It's okay. That's what it's here for. I put it in the chat right now, guys. Go check out Narrowdark's video of him talking about his cope over this George R.R. Martin discussion, his solo. I had to get a little bit of piece of it for the stream, but go ahead and check out Narrowdark's video on it, guys. You guys will like it. Go leave him a like.
Me saying, oh, the next few years we'll get it. That's me coping. Like,
yeah, I hear it. It's all right.
Like I think, hey, maybe. And also this article also mentions, like, a lot of his close friends who were authors, a lot of them had, like, passed away in rapid succession, like very, like, one after the other, and it was, like, probably pretty hard for him. But yeah, I
can see that. It's hard.
I think, like, I actually think, like, HBO adapting this material and doing a shit job probably fucks his, like, motivation up a bit.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping, since he seems to love season 1 of the new show, maybe that'll motivate him. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. When's the new show coming out? Isn't it this week, actually?
Tomorrow. It's on what day is it?
Today. Well, for me it's Thursday. For you it's Friday.
Comes out on the 18th. So it'll be Monday for me, Sunday for you guys.
You gonna put a video out for it?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. All right. Sounds great. Can't wait to watch it, man. That sounds dope. Real quick in the chat, I know he's been here for a minute, but shout out to Star Wars Scran. He's in the building. He said, "Hey everyone, hey Scran, what's up?" Scran joined the madness. Yes, this indeed was madness. Real quick, Double A said, "I never read or watched Game of Thrones. Never got interested in it." Well, man, I will say, give the show a chance. The show is very well
I would
done.
say watch the first 4 seasons, and then if you're really invested, you can watch the rest. But it really falls off after season 4.
Yeah. Season 5 for the Battle of the Bastards is a nice.
That's season
moment,
6.
though.
You fraud.
Ah, fake fan. There you go. Scram with the spiciness. I'd say he has an obligation to his fans who support him.
Yeah, I think that's valid.
You're gonna get Narrowdark going again. Star Wars is the best, but under Disney, it's like a boil on an ass cheek. That's fair enough. Forge said Scran's videos of him reading Maul Shadowhunter are so cool. Rest in peace, Darasha Sant.
Yeah,
man.
Whatever happened to the? We need some more Star Wars Scran streams
He's been
where
busy,
he reads
man.
to us.
He's been busy, bro.
I get it.
He said he posted it recently that he thinks he's going to be able to come back to streaming soon because unfortunately, I believe his wife is coming back to the States for something, and he's going to be left alone back in ye old Scotland. So
I thought it was moving to the States.
Yeah, bro, but he's probably taking a minute. I'm not going to talk about the man's business right now, but I'm pretty sure.
Sorry, Scran. Sorry about that.
Probably takes a minute for you guys to come over to the States.
I've thought about moving to America as well, so I know the
Yeah.
process can be fucking bullshit.
Yeah,
so.
given that you guys probably have to jump through a lot of hoops, especially now given the current climate. So, yeah, probably, and it's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's getting bad down here.
Yeah, to say the least.
It's getting bad. It's bad everywhere, man. It's bad everywhere. I said in my channel updates, like, oh yeah, 2025 been a hellscape of year, horrible year, and 2026 probably gonna be even worse. It's probably it's like the world we're living in like a fucking like dystopian reality.
This timeline's wild.
We're living in the most fucked up timeline. Wasn't supposed to be like this.
Me and Fractured Filter talk about this constantly.
I see parts of it. Oh, dude, that was the thing you guys were posting up where you guys were showing what Grok was having as far as like data on like users, and I tried to do that shit and it wouldn't let. It said that there was no such thing as data cinematics or something like that, and I was trying to look it up and it wouldn't show me none of that. And I was
you couldn't get yours done.
No, I couldn't.
Yeah, so
no,
I saw there was this like 14-year-old actress on Stranger Things, and someone used Grok to put her in a bikini.
Oh
And
yeah, that's been
everyone was
controversy.
like, we need to remove this kind of feature from Grok. And then Elon Musk was like, so you hate free speech? And it's like,
that's wild.
This guy's fucking stupid.
That's wild shit.
I think he backtracked on that too.
You'd have to. Like that is like
if that's the case, then that's fucking wild. But yeah, that was a thing they were putting. There's people like, not to get all fucking into it, but there was people like putting photos of like family members and friends and like celebrities into the AI and like putting them in like swimsuits, and that shit's that's fucking creepo fucking behavior, mate. Like that's fucking disgusting. And so I was looking into like the repercussions and like the laws over here in the States that they were trying to put. And I think they said finally after like the 12th or the 10th or 12th of January that they finally were going to like put it into it. Like if you do that, you're going to get flagged and like they're going to try to charge you for doing stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean,
rightfully
it's
so.
Borderline revenge porn.
Yeah, that's borderline fucking. That's fucked up. So I definitely hope that they get they nip that in the butt.
Yeah, and our AI overlords one day.
AI is the fucking devil, bro.
No.
AI
you know what? At this point, let's just go full black pill. Let's get the Elon Musk Neuralink, and let's all just become like a AI hive mind.
I'm good. Dude, do either of you guys get those random ass like like when you're scrolling on YouTube Shorts and you get like the random like AI.
This
It's
guy
like
watches YouTube Shorts.
no, well, like if you're scrolling on YouTube, if you're scrolling on YouTube, it'll automatically take you to shorts sometimes. And I'm like, I don't want to, but then I'll get stuck watching like a fucking scene from like a cartoon or a audiobook clip snippet, and then I'll start scrolling and like listening to or looking at a couple things, but then it'll send you like these. I don't know, dude. I have to like send you the link when it gets me one day, but it's like these really like what's the word? Like dystopian like AI animation bullshit where it's like a deep voice and it's like you traded your soul for the hive, and it's like it's really weird and crazy, and it's like if you're looking at that when you're like on acid or if you're high or something and you're seeing that shit, it'll freak you the fuck out. So I don't know if anybody's seen that or at all, but
on like
it's
Instagram
really weird.
reels, there are some reels where it's like it takes me a second to realize I'm looking at AI. It's gotten pretty good actually. But have you guys seen those cat AIs where it's like a buff cat or a fat cat and there's like a story and the music's like meow 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 meow?
I've seen where the cat starts rapping and grabs a microphone. I've seen a couple of those.
I saw one where it was like a black cat who was painted white to go to like this white cat school and get like a great education.
What?
That's hilarious.
That's so stupid, but I like it's just like what the fuck is happening?
Real quick in the chat with the guys mumbling over here. Cheers to Scran and Mrs. Scran. May the force be with you both. Scran said, "My wife moved back yesterday. I'm waiting for my visa." Damn. So yes, I'm all alone. Oh, damn.
Yeah, you have to wait for a visa for like months.
Oh man. Hey, time to start cracking open the cold ones.
Gotta get some Guinness, mate.
Nice, man. I better be seeing some brews and booze posted by you in the community tab on Discord.
You know what's fucked up? What? You know in Fast and Furious, Dominic Toretto's always drinking Coronas?
Yeah.
I started drinking Coronas and I was like, why did I get into this? And I realized it's because Dom Toretto always drinks them, and they fucking got me with the fucking product placement. They got
Coronas
me.
Are gross.
Yeah, I just have like VBs and shit.
Fucking Modelo's better, and I don't even like drinking Modelo. It's because Corona's like brewed with like rice, bro. That's why I don't like it.
I prefer just drinking like a pint of Guinness, mate, nice and creamy and like smooth.
No, do you drink your Guinness room temp or cold?
Cold. Who do you fucking think I am?
I don't know, man. I don't know if you were a degenerate like those.
Look, Australian Guinness is already like weird. So if it was room temp, it'd probably make me throw up.
Oh my fucking god! I'm so glad we're talking about this. So this guy, dude, we met at this bar. He like we invite him over to like a function that we're doing over at one of my friends' place, and he brings Foster's, and I looked at him and I was like, "What are you doing?" And he was just like, "Oh, I got this. You want one?" And I was like, "I've never had it." And he's like, "Oh, you got to try it, bro." That is one of the grossest fucking things I've ever put down my gullet.
Yeah, it's Australian.
That shit is so fucking gross. I don't know how you guys do it. I really don't. Yeah, Foster's is
more VB than we have.
Yeah, VB and like Carlton Dry.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's the tip. Those are the two typical. Those are the average. Like you go to a bar or something. That's mostly what people are drinking, or you go to the bottle-o. Yeah.
Yeah. Forge says Scran is doing God's work in defending and avenging real Star Wars. Narrowdark, Decrepit, me, OG Star Wars, Justice for Darsha Asant. Yeah, her arc in that book is very well done. Sad conclusion, but she goes out like a fucking gangster though. For sure. Corona beer with lemon wedge. I can't co-sign it. I'm sorry. If I drink more than 3 or 4 Coronas the night prior, I'm gonna have gas in the shits the next day for sure.
Jeez.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Like once I've had enough Jack Daniels, you can kind of just hand me any alcohol and I'll drink it.
Oh, Keely's more of a whiskey guy. Yeah. I'm more of a bourbon man myself. I
Mm.
like Woodford Reserve. I like Buffalo Trace bourbon. I like a good old fashioned cocktail. You know, like
I don't really dabble in all that. I'm a simple man. I'm a simple man trying to make my way through the galaxy with my Guinness and my Colton Dry
and your vape.
and my $100 vapes.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, why
Let
don't
me
you
hit the
take-
vape real quick.
Yeah, why don't you take a puff on the stream?
God, it's probably not
Nice.
good for my computer. That
Probably not
like
at all.
right next to the-
Scran, what's your favorite whiskey or bourbon if you had to pick one? Forge said Darsha Asant could have joined Lord Pavan and gone into hiding. Why did they have to die? Why? I'm sorry it wrecked you so bad, Forge. I'm sorry that it messed you up, but there's always another book that can break your heart down the line. Dark Forces had a pretty decent. That has a happy ending and a good arc and storyline. So go read Dark Forces. Go check that one out. Do you guys? There's another thing that I wanted to talk about as far as topics. Do you guys? You guys feel up for it? I'm gonna put it on screen, and you guys can be like, "Oh God!" I know Keely's gonna say, "Oh God," but
Oh,
This
that's
was-
great. Here we go.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I've seen this. Yeah.
this was another thing that's aside from the fucking rage bait that was Kathleen Kennedy leaving Lucasfilm. Disneyland is pivoting on Star Wars Land. Here's why. Now, without going into the too much detail into the article, basically the gist of it is that all of the Galaxy's Edge over here in California at the Disneyland here is going to pivot and switch from sequel trilogy characters and sequel the Disney style characters and locations all back to original trilogy. Now, people want to co-sign and make connections saying that, oh, it's because Dave Filoni's taken over, so of course it's going to go back.
they're still
to
gonna have
stuff like this.
Ahsoka.
Yeah, they're still going to have
But-
Ahsoka.
but
Rey's going to
but-
be there still, for sure.
If they have like a section that's all OT Empire, that would be kind of neat. But I would never pay to see any of this. I don't go to like theme parks or anything.
Yeah, neither do I.
I think anyone who does that, you're a fucking chump. Sorry.
Yeah, you're getting played. You're getting played, and you're a clown. You're getting fucking robbed out of your pockets.
Didn't they
But-
have a Luke Skywalker?
I couldn't tell you, man.
That was like a while ago. They
Yeah, they
brought
did.
Luke and he looked like a little twink, like a little like trans man. He just looked awful.
Oh,
Did it
no.
really? I have to see that.
Yeah, that's
The
like that
funniest
is
part
not
of this-
Luke Skywalker.
The funniest part of this whole story is you see that ship in the background? This
Yes.
is meant to be like a first order ship or whatever. And apparently they've just recently retconned it to be a sort of Imperial era ship. So it fits with the new approach they're going for.
Is that Kylo Ren's?
It's like
TIE
some
fighter?
new ship that was meant to sort of be in Rise of Skywalker, but it never really made it outside of that and sort of just sat here as like a piece of visual design or whatever.
It saves money. Saves money
Hey,
on
man,
making new
whatever,
new, props or
They
whatever.
literally said in the article it's like sort of a hot rod or whatever, like old sort of hot rod
Gay.
thing that Kylo Ren has or whatever. Like, oh, look at this old design, I love it. It's awesome.
Oh my
That's
god,
so
God.
lame.
that sounds.
It's really
fucking
bad.
lame.
Everything about Kylo Ren, because I read some of those comics, everything about his character is so fucking lame. I only read them to accurately critique it. Okay.
I know. I'm talking shit. Real quick, this just said the bullet points are in a shift from its original vision. Star Wars Galaxy Edge will be bringing in classic characters such as Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, and Princess Leia, along with John Williams' Star Wars orchestrations. The move may be an acknowledgement that theme park visitors crave familiarity over interactive, play-focused experiences. Wow. You know what? When I hear Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, and Princess Leia, I think that's Star Wars. That is Star Wars. When I think of Rey and Kylo Ren and Poe Dameron and Rose Tico and BB-8 and what have you, I think of pretend Star Wars. I think of the fanfic that Disney has built up. I can't believe they even tried to go and base off their entire theme park off of the Disney characters, and let alone that fucking $1 billion hotel that they did. What was it called? The Halcyon or whatever the fuck?
It was
What was it called?
it
Or
was some bullshit. That's what it was called. Because
yeah.
it failed and no one wanted to go there. And it was overpriced and cheap as fuck.
Yeah, and then
it's
they
just
closed it down after what, a year and a half, for under 2 years.
Yeah, like
of it
barely
being
anyone.
out?
It was so like $5,000 for like 3 nights or something like that.
That's actually obscene.
That is nuts. That is crazy. Like, what a fucking L. What an L to take.
Yeah, Galaxy Hotel. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. The fucking. I remember when the trailer came out, that shit got ratioed to shit. That was actually when YouTube was still had the dislike button visible with like the counts of dislikes under videos.
I think it was Disney who like got it removed.
I definitely guarantee that Disney was part of it. Disney went knocking on Google's door and said, "Hey, get rid of that fucking shit. It's fucking our."
Yeah, it was like some movie trailer that got ratioed, and then after that, the dislike got removed for whatever reason YouTube decided. But I think it was influenced by Hollywood studios not liking that.
I think it was also too the Acolyte trailer came out, bro, and then that shit got ratioed to fuck as well.
I feel like it was a Disney connected trailer, so
yeah, yep. Man, dude, they're such pussies, dude. They're such pussies for taking away something like that.
Okay, but what if they did expanded universe characters and sets and stuff like that?
I don't
no
care.
one would even know. No one would even know who they are.
Yeah, normies wouldn't fucking know, but definitely like no one's gonna want to go at all.
Yeah, this is like the Star Wars theme park, right? Whatever it's called.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Galaxy's Edge.
Galaxy's Edge. Yeah, fuck this.
Yeah, this
like,
is in Disneyland.
I just think it's awful.
This is specifically talking about the one in California, the one nearest to me, and it was purely Kylo Ren sequel trilogy characters walking around. Get a photo with Rey. You got a BB-8 with fucking like rebel guards or people that are pretending to be rebels, like making sure no one stomps on the fucker when he's rolling around. So
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if like Rebels era characters like Kanan and Ezra and Sabine are gonna show up as well. Like what a Chopper and shit. Like fuck that.
Yeah, I definitely could see that happening, but I think they're just, like I said, this announcement's just saying we're getting the original cast of characters back. So basically what Star Wars was built from, now you guys can get it. And like Scran just said right here in the chat, I'll never praise them for putting Star Wars stuff in a Star Wars theme park.
Yeah.
Ever. Period, Scran. Period.
I remember when Ahsoka was gonna come out, Disney got a bunch of like shills to watch the first episode or something, and they were walking through Times Square with a bunch of stormtroopers and Chopper, like a model of Chopper under a sheet, and some shill was like filming it, and he was like, these people were walking past, they have no idea that Chopper is under that sheet. And I'm like, no one fucking knows who that is.
No one cares.
No one in the general public knows who the fuck that fucking loser droid is.
Yeah, dude. Like
that's how delusional these Disney shills are. They think
clanker.
That fucking clanking dog.
Clanker. Even Rebels
people know this shit. Like no one gives a fuck about Rebels or Clone Wars.
But may I be so bold to say, Narrowdark, that even the Rebels fan base is like that much smaller sect of the Clone Wars fan base. Like not everybody that liked Clone Wars liked Rebels, but the people that
I think Rebels is like a huge step down, and I don't even think Clone Wars is that good anyway.
No, I agree with you wholeheartedly, but I'm just saying from like the standpoint of playing devil's advocate, there's people that watched Rebels and they like it, and they came from the Clone Wars fan base, you know what I mean? And then people that watched the Bad Batch, they came from the Clone Wars fan base and the little bit of the Rebels fan base because it was connecting to both. But even still, like you have like these small little fractions of fan bases within fan bases for these particular projects, and not all of them like each other. Like
Yeah, and
Clone Wars people
that's a
don't.
very Star Wars thing. Like the fandom is really
Yeah,
fractured.
yeah.
I don't. I mean, maybe if you were talking about like maybe there are like Fallout fans who are only fans of a specific game, but I
Oh,
feel
that's
like
definitely
stuff.
the case.
But like it's not as prevalent or they're not as loud. Like all these small sub factions in the Star Wars fandom are just like so. Like
I'll
it's
push
just,
back
I
on
don't
that a
know.
little
I
bit,
don't
just
know.
because the fact that there is a significant amount of people that recognize New Vegas as like the purest Fallout game, even though Fallout 1 and 2 are the definitive games. It's weird. It's weird. Like,
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there were like Fallout purists who are like 1 and 2, and the rest get lost. You
oh
know?
yeah, like yeah, but like me and my brother can agree that New Vegas is the best one that they ever made, even though Fallout 3 or even though New Vegas is kind of low key. Like if you had to compare it, right? New Vegas is basically the Arkham Origins out of the franchise, because Arkham Origins wasn't made by Rocksteady, but it has the formula and the look and feel of the Arkham series, but it was made by a third-party studio. That's exactly what happened with New Vegas. New Vegas isn't made purely by Bethesda. It was made by Obsidian.
Yeah, and then they made
With
Outer Worlds.
and then it was made, and it also like it was made with the Fallout 3 template, but they just made it their
Yeah,
own
they
thing.
just had all the Fallout 3 like assets, and then they
Yes,
just made
yes,
a
exactly.
new game with
But
it, and
it's
it was better than
but it's
way better than
regarded
anything
as
Bethesda did.
as the best one by a select few people. But I want to say a very vocal. I don't want to say a vocal minority, a very vocal medium of amount
Really,
of
because
fans say
I
it.
just figured most Fallout fans would recognize the best game being New Vegas, but I'm not really like totally in the
I know
fandom
some
anyway.
I
So
know some cats that think that Fallout 3 is the purest form of Fallout, and they refuse to play New Vegas and 4. So
lame.
yeah, I think they're lame too. But
We
anyway,
need a Fallout game set in Australia. That's what we need.
the Australian wasteland. Don't you already live that?
Yeah.
Honestly, I've said this. I don't know Narrowdark. Do you know who Ned Kelly is, Narrowdark? I'm assuming
Yeah,
you
Ned
do.
Kelly. Dude,
I
am
would
Ned Kelly,
pay
dude.
big bucks for a Ned Kelly sort of Red Dead Redemption style game.
Dude. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. Have you seen, I think it was like Heath Ledger played Ned Kelly in a movie.
Yeah.
I remember watching that in
God.
school. Do you know who Ned Kelly is, Decrepit?
No, I fucking don't.
He's basically like an Australian outlaw.
Oh, okay.
And he had like he wore like metal plates and like a metal helmet.
Really?
Well, he walked around in sort of like makeshift armor.
What? Well, okay. What time frame? What time era is he from?
Sort of 1860s.
Oh, okay.
He was born in 1854 and died in 1880.
Okay, so that
And,
would be like
you
the Wild West era for us in the States.
Yeah, like if you just like Google Ned Kelly on Google Images, you'll be able to see what his getup was like. He had like 2 pistols and he had like this helmet that he would wear.
Okay, Soul Assassin's in the chat. What's up, Soul Assassin? He said, I'm a Texan and I heard of Ned Kelly. Dude went out like a badass.
Yeah, I think he died in a shootout.
Oh wow.
No, I think he got caught. He got injured in a shootout. He got caught.
Right.
He got put in. I've actually been to the place where they hung him. You know, it's at the old Melbourne jail.
Nice.
Sort of. His last words were "Such is life" before they fucking hung the cunt. Like, what a king!
Went out like a gangster. Can't ask for anything better. Let me scroll back up because there was something that I wanted to put on there. Oh fuck. Oh, Scram was talking shit. The only one that takes Decrepit 5 minutes to drive to every weekend to meet Grogu. Hey, fuck off, yeah? Fuck off, yeah, Scran? All right. I actually don't live close to Disneyland, mother effer. I live in the central part of California. I actually live near orchards and country and farms and dairies, believe it or not. That's my background. That's where I'm from. California is not all fucking palm beaches and palm trees and beaches and fucking surfers, bro. It's not. Don't believe everything you see in the movies. California has a lot of back road and country, and we got our white trash and our rednecks too. So don't believe everything you see in the movie. Just like how I don't think all of you guys are living the Crocodile Dundee life. Okay, so
we pretty much are though.
I picture that's what Keely's life is like.
No matter where you live in Australia, there's always some sort of wildlife fucking creature around that you got to deal with.
Yeah. I was watching videos the other day, bro, I was scrolling on Facebook and I saw that there was this dude that went and took a funnel web spider out of this lady's like house, and she was in Australia, and she was like, yeah, I just had the door open, or I can't, fuck you, do the accent, all right, fuck you, and you go, and she was like, I have the door open and this motherfucker just walked in and I haven't walked on the floor since. She was standing on a chair, and apparently those motherfuckers can kill you. So
yeah.
It's the fucking snakes that annoy me around here. There are so many of them.
Yeah,
I haven't seen a snake in fucking forever.
Yeah, over here where I'm at,
sent me a video of him harassing a snake at his work. It was really funny.
He's just sitting there poking it with a stick. He's like, "Come on,
just throwing rocks at it and shit." And while
do something. Decrepit triggers Narrowdark. Scran triggers Decrepit. Such is life. Thank you, Scran. Asshole. A Soul Assassin said, if I don't get called a cunt while visiting Australia, I'll sue for false advertising.
Go to a pub, guaranteed.
Yeah, it also depends on the context you want. Like, you could get called a shit cunt. You could get called a mad cunt. One's an insult, the other's a compliment, you know?
Yeah. Nice. That's what's up. Star Wars Forge said you were triggered. LOL. Who? Me? Yeah, I probably was.
I also got a little triggered there for a second.
Well, it's because I knew
by cannibals. Star Wars Forge.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I had no idea.
Well, yeah, after he came to Australia, he sort of like fucked off and went exploring. And then I think he tried to make peace with some like native population or whatever, and they just fucking ate his ass. Like they just didn't care.
That's happened to multiple people. No, I think it was like Hawaiians
like
or some
New
shit.
Guinea sort of place around there.
Oh, that would have made sense. Yeah, like that's happened to a lot of like explorers where they go and meet some tribe and then that tribe just fucking eats them.
You know what?
I think my favorite part of that was like, I think he visited like another tribe and they were like really chill, and he was like, oh, okay, so he visits like the next tribe and they just fucking eat him.
So I've heard of that a lot. Like the ones that I hear about were the Papua New Guinea one, when it's like these like Christian missionaries trying to go, and they're holding their Bible and they're coming off the boat and they just get shot with fucking bows and arrows.
I saw one recently. A guy was like trying to go to an uncontacted tribe on like a kayak, and they were throwing and he had a Bible with him and everything, and they were throwing like spears at him in the water, and he had to like fucking get away. Like, just leave him alone. You might get eaten. You might get literally eaten. You know?
Right. Yeah. God.
Oddball said Jesus didn't stop the arrows.
Yummy.
I don't think he did. Evidently not. Scran said, yeah, the C word can be a term of endearment, but I still wouldn't say it around my mom. I don't think I've heard you cuss ever, Scran. I don't think that's not.
He's a good boy. He's a good old boy.
I don't think that's you, Scran. I don't think that's your lot in life.
He's a good English boy.
He's Scottish.
I know.
It's endearing.
I hope he mother fucks you now for that.
Ha!
The Morris of New Zealand used to eat each other.
The Maoris? Yeah.
Maori.
Yeah, they did.
Okay, fuck off. I don't know. It's like, okay, this is just like the last fucking stream I did where Narrowdark was fucking with me in chat and he was like, say Bondi Beach. And I was like, Bondi Beach. And he's like, yeah, you said it wrong. He's like, classic American. And I was like, go fuck yourself.
Bondi.
It's Bondi. Yeah, it's Bondi, you fuckhead.
Either way, it got
and he was Keely, he was I called him Povo, and he was like, Povo? What's Povo?
Even though like I said the exact thing what it meant. I was like, no, I'm not that. I'm poor. And he's like, that's what it means, you idiot. It means you're poor. Oh my god, that was fucking funny. Soul Assassin said, "Look up North Sentinel Island. Literally can't go by law and is protected by the Indian Navy to keep retards away." That's
Yeah,
probably a good thing.
I've heard. I'm sure Wendigoon has made a video about them. Yeah, they're like an uncontacted tribe or whatever, and it's like they'll like fucking kill you if you go there.
English, okay. Now Scran's triggered. He said, "Not English, not British, Scottish. Freedom." Do you?
Oh yeah,
Scran, do you watch Braveheart whenever you feel down, so you can get a little bit of oomph of pride into you?
and you have to listen to Mel Gibson's awful fucking accent in that.
Yeah,
That's a good movie.
my
Long
name's
fucking
William
movie, though.
Wallace. I'm gonna call Scran Wallace now. What were we gonna say? Narrowdark. Sorry.
So in fuck it. Never mind.
All right. Forge said, "My mom slapped me across the mouth if I say cunt." Well, yeah, I don't go to my parents' house and fucking swear up a storm in their ears, you know what I mean? But my dad doesn't give a shit. My dad's an old retired veteran of the service, so I've heard the worst come out of his mouth. So I tried haggis when I went to Scotland, and I bet it was awful. I bet it was dirt trash awful.
Yeah, I figured haggis is fucking disgusting.
Well, okay, real quick, what's the worst food that you think comes from America? Like, if you had to think about it, what do you think? Like, you see an American food item and you're like, ugh, like, why do we eat that?
I have no conception of your diet or the kind of
If
foods you
McDonald's,
have.
if McDonald's is as bad as it is here, I don't know if it's going to be any better in
Oh
America.
no, I think it's
so I'm just
probably
gonna
way
go with
better.
that.
I think it's probably better over here than there.
It's horrible here.
I've never had yours, and I can guarantee it's probably better here.
Tastes like fucking cardboard, and I want to shoot myself whenever I have to go there.
Yeah,
Ugh.
yeah, sounds about right.
My
I can't
mates wanna go to
get
fucking
over. I think
Macca's
we can all unanimously agree that the UK eat the shittiest. Their food looks atrocious.
Yeah, that's why they went and conquered half the world, because they needed
but they
better
didn't
food.
take no fucking seasonings or
They-
recipes with
Well,
them.
no, because that's why they took India. They got all the spicy shit, But yeah, English
And the
food
shit
always
too.
looks awful. But baked beans, I will defend baked beans until the day I die. Baked
I
beans
like
are
good
fucking
baked
good.
beans. I like some baked beans,
Yeah,
man.
Too many
They're fine.
Americans are talking shit about baked beans. Fuck you.
No, they're good. We just like ours packed with a bunch of fucking brown sugar.
You can get in America, because when I went there, I had bread and it was like really nice, but it was like sweetened, like sugary sweetened bread.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
I think a lot of our bread has sugar in it. I think everything has sugar in it over here. Our sugar
That
has
sucks.
sugar. We are an obese country for sure. Soul
We are
Assassin
much
said,
better, let's be real.
"That's it, decrepit. There are two things that trigger me: people who are intolerant of other cultures and the Scots." I'm sorry.
Same.
I'm not trying to talk personal, but I am multi cultural in origin.
Yeah, we can tell. We can tell by your voice.
What the fuck does that supposed to mean?
You sound Latino.
Fuck off. I am but I
He's
am part
Mexican.
I am part Mexican, yes.
Yeah, I can tell.
I'm part Mexican, I'm part but I am also Irish, and my father is Irish and British, and then my mom is Portuguese and Mexican. So
my grandfather was Scottish, actually,
okay.
on my mom's side.
Yeah, I thought it was Scottish instead of Irish on my parents' side, but then I did some digging, and then I found the family crest and the surname. And the surname, I won't say it right now, of course, I'm not going to dox myself like that, but the surname indeed came from Ireland instead of Scotland. So
I've always wanted to go to Ireland, actually.
yeah, I've heard what's it called? I've heard Ireland is going through some shit too. Everywhere's going through some shit over there.
Yeah. They're just going crazy.
Yeah,
Americans
you
eat
can't-
catfish. Catfish is great, you fuckers. I don't want to hear no slander on catfish. American beans suck, I'll say that much. Mexican beans don't, though. Frijoles are great.
See how naturally that came to him?
Senor, give me some frijoles, senor. Hillbilly hand fishing on Discovery Channel looks fun for sure. Soul Assassin. I know Soul Assassin's Mexican, so that's why he's getting a kick out of it. I'm Latino. We don't acknowledge half breeds. Hey, fuck off. Damn well mate with anyone. Fuck off. My dad's Maury, so I'm already
Maury?
cultured.
Maori.
Half Maury, half Dutch. Okay. Decrepit was so close to glory.
Star Wars Forge. Have you seen Once Were Warriors? It's set in New Zealand. It's really fucking sad. I watched it. I was like 13 and it like traumatized me.
That movie.
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucked.
Yeah, I watched that when I was younger too. I was like, what
Yeah,
the fuck?
why the fuck did I
this?
watch that when I was? My mum put it on. I was like, oh, I guess we're watching this as a family, and it was just fucked up and so
Oh my
depressing.
god.
And
I guess it's a family movie.
genuinely, I recall, I cried. Like when I watched that, it was so sad. I'd never seen anything like that. It fucked me up for life.
Oh no.
Man,
God.
damn. That's what's up. Man, what movie did I watch? What movie did I watch recently that like rocked me to the core? Fuck. I'm trying to look over. I'm looking at my shelf with all my DVDs and Blu-rays. I was gonna say I recently watched Django, but that doesn't make me sad. I just enjoy it. It's funny to watch.
Yeah, he watched Django and he cried when all the white guys got killed.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck them.
When the slavers died.
We need Narrow and Keeli race reveal now. No, we're not gonna dox them.
I'm like the whitest guy ever.
Just know Narrowdark is our DEI hire. He is not white. Okay. He's not
I'm like
white.
a ghost. Like it's not like normal white. Like I'm a fucking ghost, bro.
Yeah. And don't you guys ever reveal? Don't ever do a face reveal. I never want to know what you guys look like. I always want it to be ambiguous.
I'm just picturing Keeli as like just the palest. There's a lot of really white people in Australia, and they're
so
like, really
all right,
pale,
we can
like,
go
how
there.
Do you fucking survive? How do you survive around
we
it?
can go there. I'll think about it and I'll say it. When I picture Keeli in my head, I picture like a really lanky, tall white guy with like golden, like either like brown or golden, longish hair, and he wears like a tank top and like sweats, or like a tank top and shorts with sandals, and then a bracelet for some reason. That's what I picture when I think of Keeli. And when I think of Narrowdark, I don't know why, but Narrowdark's a little heavier set than Keeli is. I'm thinking Narrowdark's a little bit of a heavier set guy, and he's like not tall or short. He's kind of just like medium build and a little bit on the darker end with like a little bit of a fro going. That's what I think.
I do not have a fro.
That's fine. It's okay. I'm just telling you. This is what I think of when I think
will
of
say
what you
my
guys
height. By the way, my height. I am above average height. Okay.
So you're short. Okay.
No, I'm under 6 foot, but I'm above average height.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah. So like I'm 6'2".
I'm just like confused about the bracelet. Like why?
Yeah, like a beaded bracelet. Like those wooden bead bracelets.
That's what a wooden bracelet. Yeah, exactly.
Why the fuck would I wear that?
I don't know, bro.
You got that off ASOS, mate.
I think of
ASOS and
I think of the fact like when you told me you did work in like a market or something like that, or you like a butcher shop. I was thinking of just like you're like a regular Joe Schmo. Like you actually have friends in real life, and you're going to bars. And stuff, you know what I mean? Like you're a normal chap. Like in real life, you actually live a normal life. Like,
and that means he has to wear a beaded bracelet.
No, I'm just saying he's got some flang to him. I don't know. Like fucking sue me. I'm just telling you guys what I think of you off the cuff based off what I hear in my ear. You guys would never guess what I look like, and that's a good thing. It's great.
You look like a bulky Nick Fuentes or something like that.
What?
Nick Fuentes type.
Nick Fuentes.
Yeah, Nick Fuentes, but not as skinny.
Nick Fuentes would look like a little midget compared to me.
He's like 5'3".
Yeah, and I'm 6'2". I'm 6'2",
I'll
and
take
I
your word
weigh.
for it.
I'm 6'2". I weigh 265, and like I'm built like a football player. So, like I
Really
play.
hyping yourself up, mate.
No, I'm just telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. If I walk up to like I'm gonna meet Scran in real life, and when I meet Scran, he's not gonna expect it when I like tap him on the shoulder and I say, "Hey, buddy," and he turns around, he's gonna be like, "What the fuck?" So
He's
yeah.
gonna call ICE.
I
He's
don't
gonna
look
deport
just because
you.
I'm part Mexican doesn't mean I look Latino. I don't. Like,
Deport. Gone.
That's what they all think.
I'm just telling you the truth. Oh man, yeah, no, yeah, yeah, Scran, yeah, he's laughing. He knows what's up. It's all love. It's all good. But fuck me, man. Oh my god, it's already 12:30. Guys, this has been great. This has been fun. We're gonna probably end it right here, right now, on a high note. I appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight for the episode of Unlimited Tirade. Real quick, in the chat, Forge said, "But Decrepit, we already know what you look like. You are a Bith Sith Lord." I changed the profile pic, man.
Look at Soul Assassins.
This is the new avatar. This is the new avatar. 6'2", 260. That's the half breed shit. Real Latins are built for speed and jumping. 6 foot 200 myself.
God.
Oh, thank you for that, Soul Assassin. The Soul Assassin's part of La Raza. He knows what's up. He knows what's up.
Yeah.
And yes, yeah, Spanish just kind of rolls off me easily because my grandmother is Mexican and she always talked to me in Spanish. So that's how Do I know Spanish? No, I'm not fluent, but I can, like, if I needed to, I could like chat a bit here and there. You know what I mean? But yeah. Anyway, guys,
all right. Incredible stream.
Before we wrap up, Narrowdark, anything you want to let the people know you got coming out, going on? Anything you're going to be working on or doing? Let the people have a little sneak peek into it. Or
next week. Night of the Seven Kingdoms, episode 1, I'll be covering that. And in the next few days, I'll probably upload my first Berserk video.
Nice. Right on. Oh yeah, the Berserk, finally. Yeah, your avatar. We can make your namesake worthwhile now. That sounds fun. Are you always gonna have what is it, Griffin? That's his name? You're always gonna have you're always Griffith, excuse me. Sorry.
This is Guts. This is the main character now.
Okay. All right.
Before it was Griffith.
Got you.
But I'm gonna keep the Berserk and then the Stormtroopers in the background. I like that.
No, it works. I love the Stormtroopers with the red background. It works. It's great.
Yeah, that's Alex Ross art.
Yeah. Alex Ross is great. Keely, for you, mate. Anything going on with you? YouTube
I actually
side.
do plan on doing the Force Unleashed stream on Friday.
Oh, there it is, guys. There it is. You heard it here first. We finally pressured Keely into.
I downloaded the game on Steam, so I'm actually going to replay it as well.
Oh wow! Okay,
not on stream or anything. Just my own, and then we can talk about it.
You know what, guys? I'm gonna go ahead and go finish my playthrough too. We can all grow. We can all do it together, and then we can have a stream where we talk about the Force Unleashed. Sounds good to me. Sounds great. I can't wait, Keely. I hope you have fun. I hope you enjoy every second of it.
I'm gonna die, man.
You're gonna be, like I said in my stream prior, bro. You're gonna kick ass. You're better than everybody at it. You're gonna win. It's gonna be great. Awesome. I can't wait. Me, guy,
pretty good gamer. That's the ego. Sorry,
you are a good gamer. John Getz had me cracking up in the last stream in chat when he was like typing up how you talk. It was great. It was hilarious. I fucking loved it.
Oh, fuck off, John.
Shout out to John Gets Gaming. And for me, guys, Monday we're gonna come back to it. We're gonna be doing the Hangout with Your Floppy stream on Monday. Be sure to check me out 9:15 Pacific time, USA for that. Go ahead, and we're going to be talking about comic books, new comics, and comic book recommendations, and what we are reading and what we're going to be reading. As far as YouTube stuff, other YouTube things, go check out some of the shorts that I've been putting out. Have been regularly kind of dropping shorts on the channel. My video, Superman video, I'm still working on it, guys. I work full time, so when I get a chance, I work on it whenever I can. And I'm also going to be, I'm watching the Fallout TV show, so I'm going to be working on a Fallout video discussing the show in comparison with the video game, of course, and all my gripes and that there being. So with that being said, that's all I got. Any last words, Narrowdark, Keeli, for everybody out there?
Thank you for sticking with us for 2.5 hours.
Yeah. I couldn't do that.
Well, you joined in what, like an hour in? You were in here?
Yeah.
Right on. Right on. And we love you for it. Guys, shout out to all the chat. If you guys are watching this on the replay, thanks again for watching. And as always, guys, may the force be with you all, and go fuck yourself. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, do that. Fuck you.